we need a break.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Quarantine Theater Company reading of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the 80s classic. We're doing a little twist tonight. No one, not even myself, knows who we will be playing this evening. We are determining roles right now with a wheel of death. I don't know, any spinny wheel I call a wheel of death. So, nobody knows, no one has a script, no one knows anything. They will be sent the script, except for, oh God, that eye, Jeremy, back off, that's creepy. Oh God, now.
Go closer.
Everyone's doing it. You started a thing. You started a thing. This is why we get nice things. All right, so I am going to share, where can I share my screen? There we go, the big share screen button. Advanced sharing options.
Cheating.
Not, what?
I said, so we know she's not cheating.
Right? All right. So here's how it's going to go. We have, you guys can see that?
Hey, blue's my favorite color.
Charlie, you won.
Wait, where did it go?
You see it?
No, it went away.
It went away. We saw it, but then it went away.
There we go. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. We have the lovely spinny wheel. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spin it, and whoever it lands on is going to get script number 1 that is pre-highlighted to their parts. Are we ready?
Okay.
Wait. Okay, I'm ready.
Jeremy. All right, we ready. So script number 2 is going to go to... That would have looked really rigged if it landed on me. Oh. Okay.
We have a winner.
Number 2. Script number 3 is going to go to...
Number 3.
Yay. All right. And script number 4.
Dodgeball. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick!
What roles you guys are going to be reading, and this is going to be great. All right.
I won.
Script number 5. This is fun. Exciting.
That was so crazy.
Fine.
Georgie.
Georgie.
Script number 6.
I like the sound that makes.
I love this thing. I was like,
You hearing a sound? I'm not hearing.
Celebration every time.
oh, it doesn't? Yeah, there's like it's like clapping and it makes a noise. All right, Eric, you are script number 6. All right. Script number 7.
Come on, principal.
Oh, no. Wait.
All right.
Wait, how do you know it's the principal?
We don't know.
I
You don't know.
That feels like
Script number 8
While you're spinning the wheel, you have to give shout outs to your
is Jennifer. Jennifer is script number 8, and now we've got script number 9. And remember, when you get these scripts, you are not allowed to scan forward.
Oh, God.
I know it's not a
I
win-lose
solemnly
thing, but I
swear,
feel like I'm
guys.
definitely losing really badly.
Script number 9.
Maybe you'll get the best part, Megan.
Save the best for last. Is
Yeah!
Script number 9. All
deserve it.
right. Now we're down to 2 people. Script number 10.
This looks
Let me
good.
guess. Charlie.
Megan, I'm gonna tell you, Megan, you got what I wanted to get. So
Really?
yeah. All right, just so you can spin.
Megan.
Still lose.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Megan!
Go, Megan!
That was a close
All
one.
right.
Oh, you don't even know we have a winner, Megan.
Wow.
Now that we have our
That's great.
script winners and I've fully recorded them, we're going to take a little pause here. I'm going to distribute said scripts and we'll be back for the reading. All right, so scripts have been distributed. I have informed these people that I will murder them if they look ahead and see what they're doing. So it's just going to be a surprise.
Oh
So,
my God.
who is our narrator starting off here?
I am.
All right, Kate, take us away.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off by John Hughes. Black screen. Main titles. It's silent. A beat. And an explosion of sound. A household in the morning. Kids getting ready for school. Clock radios. Kitchen appliances. Showers. Fighting. People yelling. Dog barking. Appliances buzzing. Car horns. It sounds just like your house did. Streams of rock and roll fade in and out. Huey Lewis to Lionel Richie to Husker Du. Surround makes it feel like you're in the room. An oral tour of the house on school morning, beginning in the kitchen and moving upstairs.
Where's my wallet?
You idiot.
Mom!
Shut up.
I need a towel.
Joyce!
You turn 10, your head's gonna swell up like real big like a watermelon, and we're gonna have to put you to sleep like they do with the dog.
Mom.
Joyce!
Who pissed on the toilet seat? Mother.
Where's Mom?
I'm like at work.
Is my head going to swell up?
What?
Oh my God, the toilet paper's all wet.
The house falls dead silent. We hear footsteps thundering through the house. A tense strain of music fades up.
What's that?
Wait, hold still.
What?
Your head's starting to swell up.
Todd screams. We hear the sound of Tom's footsteps running through the kitchen, down the hall, up the stairs, up the hallway. A door opens.
What's the matter?
It's Ferris.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? For Christ's sakes, look at him.
Close up, Ferris, an 18-year-old boy. He's staring lifelessly at the camera. His mouth's open, his eyes are bugged out, his tongue is fat and dry in his mouth. He's laying in bed on his side. Interior boy's bedroom. Ferris' parents, Tom and Joyce, are standing at his bedside. They're in their late 40s, early 50s, handsome, upper-middle-class parents. They're both dressed for work.
Ferris?
He doesn't have a fever, but he says his stomach hurts and he's seeing spots.
Close up on Ferris. His lifeless eyes blink. Interior bedroom parents. Tom bends down and touches Ferris's forehead.
What's the matter, Ferris?
Feel his hands. They're cold and clammy.
Tom takes one of his hands.
Should you call a doctor?
He doesn't want me to.
Why don't you want Mom to call a doctor?
Ferris exhales loudly. He tries to speak, but all he can manage is a choked gasp.
What?
Ferris tries again.
Don't make a fuss. I'm fine. I'll get up.
He starts to get up. Joyce gently pushes him back down.
I have a test today. I have to take it. I want to get into good college so I can have a fruitful life.
You're not going to school like this. Maybe I should call the office and tell them I won't be in.
It's okay, Mom. I feel perfectly. Oh, God.
He's gripped by seizure. His body stiffens and he chokes. His older sister, Jeannie, walks into the room. She's dressed for school. She's cute and stuck up. A major pill.
Oh, fine. What's this? What's his problem?
He doesn't feel well.
Yeah, right. Dry that one out and you can fertilize the lawn.
That's enough, Jeannie.
You're not falling for this, are you? Tell me you're not falling for this.
That Jeannie? I can't see that far. Jeannie?
Pucker up and squat, Ferris.
Thank you, Jeannie. Get to school.
You're really letting him stay home? I can't believe this. If I was bleeding out my eyes, you guys make me go to school. It's so unfair.
Please don't be upset, Jeannie. Be thankful that you're fit and have your health. Cherish it.
Oh, I want to pee.
She glares at Ferris. Her eyes are mascara and vengeance. She slips out of the room. Ferris's brother Todd and sister Kimberly peek into the room.
Myocardial infraction?
Get your stuff. Daddy will be right down.
Syphilitic meningitis? That would be a huge family embarrassment.
Get downstairs.
You guys, I got steps on stereo, okay?
He turns sharply and exits.
Dad, does my head look all right?
Get downstairs now.
Just answer me one question. Is it swelling up? Kim said it was going to get as big as...
Watermelon!
Shut up.
Get downstairs now.
Todd backs out of the room.
I'll be okay. I'll just sleep. Maybe I'll have an aspirin around noon.
I'm showing houses to the family from California today, but I'll be in the area. My office will know where I am if you need me.
I'll check in with you too, son.
Nice to know I have such loving, caring parents. You're both very special people.
Close up on Ferris, he acknowledges Tom with a pathetic flutter of his eyelids. Interior bedroom, Joyce. She strokes Ferris's hair.
I hope you feel better, Pumpkin.
She leans down and kisses his forehead. Tom pats his shoulder.
Get some rest.
Close up on Ferris, he lets out a wheeze. His glassy eyes follow his parents to the door.
We love you, sweetie.
Call if you need us.
They close the door. The lock clicks. Ferris's eyes shift from the door to the camera. A sly little smile crawls across his lips.
They bought it.
The MTV theme music roars in. Close up on TV. The TV at the foot of Ferris's bed, the MTV logo is playing. Interior bedroom. Ferris yanks open the drapes. The pall of the sick room disappears in the brilliant glow of the morning sunlight.
Incredible! One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second. What a beautiful day!
He turns from the window.
Parents always fall for the clammy hands. It's physical evidence of illness. It's a good, non-specific symptom. Parents are generally pretty hip to the fever scams. And to make them work, you have to go to 101. 102, you got a nervous mother and you end up in a doctor's office, and that's the worst in school. And that's worse than school.
He flips on his stereo and fills the room with MTV broadcast. A new song begins.
Fake a stomach cramp, and when you're doubled over, moaning and wailing, just lick your palms. It's a little stupid and childish, but then so is high school, right?
He equalizes the sound a little.
This is my 9th sick day with semester. If I go for 10, I'm probably going to have to barf up a lung. So I absolutely must make this one count.
He exits into the hallway. Interior bathroom. Ferris walks into the bathroom. It's littered with jeans debris. He turns on the shower water.
I don't care if you're 55 or 7. Everybody needs a day off now and then. It's a beautiful day. How can I be expected to handle high school?
He bends down, out of frame, as he loses his briefs. He pops back up.
I do actually have a test. That wasn't bullshit.
He steps into the shower. Through his pebbled glass of shower door, we see Ferris's outline.
That I care about it was.
Interior bathroom shower stall. Inside the shower, Ferris's hair is standing straight up. It's molded into a fin with shampoo.
It's on European socialism. I mean, really, what's the point? I'm not European. I don't plan to be European, so who gives a shit if they're socialists? They could be fascist anarchists, and it still won't change the fact that I don't own a car.
He turns the shower head around and uses it like a microphone.
Well, shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout.
Interior hallway later. Ferris comes out of the bathroom with a towel wrapped around his waist. He's drying his hair with another different color.
Not that I condone fascism or any isms. Isms, in my opinion, are not good. A person should not believe in an ism. He should believe in himself. John Lennon said it on his first solo album. I don't believe in Beatles. I just believe in me. A good point there. After all, he was the walrus.
He opens a linen closet and tosses the towel in.
I could be the walrus. I'd still have to bum rides off of people.
He passes the camera and goes into his room.
I'm not very political. Let me put that into perspective.
Interior bedroom. Ferris tosses the towel he's dried his hair with on the bed.
My uncle went to Canada to protest the war, right? On the 4th of July, he was down with my aunt, and he got drunk and told my dad he felt guilty he didn't fight in Vietnam. So I said, what's the deal, Uncle Jeff? In wartime, you want to be a pacifist, and in peacetime, you want to be a soldier. It took you 20 years to find out you don't believe in anything? Grounded, just like that, 2 weeks. Be careful when you deal with old hippies. They can be real touchy.
He opens his door. Interior closet. The door opens and Ferris rifles through his shirts.
My mother was a hippie, but she lost it. She got old. If she listens to White Album now, she doesn't hear music. She hears memories. Nostalgia is her favorite drug. It'll probably be mine too. I hope not.
He finds a shirt he likes. He steps back from the closet and puts it on. He drops the towel. Interior bedroom. He walks across the room to his dresser, opens the underwear drawer. There's an old model of a submarine on the top. He picks it up.
In 8th grade, a friend of mine made a bong out of one of these. The smoke tasted like glue.
He pulls out a pair of underwear. He gets dressed as he speaks.
His name is Garth Volbeck. He's a serious outsider. Not a bad guy. I like him. I'm probably his only friend. I do what I can for him. I mean, if I was him, I'd appreciate it. Do unto others, right? Anyway, his mother owns a gas station, his father's dead, and his sister's rumored to be a prostitute, which is complete bullshit. She only puts out so people will hang out with her. It's sad, but I don't hold it against her. Better to hold it against the guys who use her and don't care about her. My parents never allowed Garth over here. It was because of his family. Mainly his older brother. He's in jail. I could see them not wanting his brother here because he is a registered psycho. I wouldn't want him here. I once watched the guy eat a whole bowl of artificial fruit just so he could see what it was like to have his stomach pumped. But Garth isn't his brother. It isn't his fault that his brother screwed up. A lot of fights with the parents on that point. I always felt for Garth. I was sleeping at his house once, and I was laying on the dark, worrying that his brother was going to come in and hack me to death with an axe, and I heard Garth cry. I asked him what was wrong, and he said nothing. Nothing was wrong. There was no specific thing he was crying about. In fact, he wasn't really even aware that he was crying. He just cried himself to sleep every night. It was a habit. The guy's so conditioned to grief that if he doesn't feel it, he can't sleep. How could you possibly dump on a guy who has to deal with that kind of shit? My parents acknowledge the truth of the situation, and I'm sure that deep down, they do feel him, but still the guy's banned from our house.
He looks at himself in the mirror on the back of his closet door. He doesn't like what he's wearing. He continues his speech as he disrobes.
Unfortunately, now my parents have a legit argument. Garth doesn't need his brother to give him a rep anymore. He's getting one on his own. He's lost. It's over for him. He's 18, gone from school, gone from life. His legacy is a gas station.
Interior house staircase. Ferris comes down the stairs. He's wearing a completely different outfit.
One very serious danger about playing sick is that it's possible to believe your own act.
Interior kitchen. Ferris comes into the kitchen and crosses to the refrigerator.
That and boredom. A lot of people ditch and feel great for about an hour. Then they realize there's nothing to do. TV and food. I myself have ditched and gotten so bored I did homework. Figure that shit out.
He takes a sip out of a bottle of orange juice.
You have to plan things out before you take off. Otherwise, you get all nervous worrying about what to do, and all you get is grief, and the whole point is to take it easy. Cut loose and enjoy.
He crosses to the pantry.
You blow your day, and about 3 o'clock, when everybody's out of school, you're going to wish you'd gone to school so you could be out having fun.
He emerges from the pantry with a handful of Oreos.
Avoid the misery. Plan your day. Do it right.
Interior family room. Ferris walks in and flops down in an armchair.
There's a lot of pressure at work in my age group, and it's not always recognized.
He reaches over and picks up the telephone. He sets it in his lap.
Some guy whose hair is falling out and his stomach's hanging over his belt and everything he eats makes him fart. He looks at someone like me and thinks, this kid's young and strong and has a full rich future ahead of him. What's he got to bitch about?
Close-up phone. He punches out a number. Interior family room on Ferris. He remote controls the TV on.
That's just one reason why I need a day off every now and then.
Exterior, another house. A sleek modern house on a couple of deeply wooded acres. A prime house in a prime location. A telephone rings over. Interior boy's bedroom. It's a dark, dreary, sick room. Shades drawn, floors strewn with used tissues. Nightstand, a still life of over-the-counter remedies. A high school boy, Cameron Fry, is laying in bed. We don't see his face, only a silhouette with a thermometer sticking out his mouth. U2's Sunday, Bloody Sunday is playing. He's mumbling random words.
Food. Shelter. No. Yes.
The phone rings. His hand reaches back and hits the speaker phone button.
Hello?
Cameron! What's happening?
Very little.
How do you feel?
Shredded.
Is your mother in the room?
Cameron takes the thermometer out of his mouth.
She's not home. Where are you?
Home?
Interior Ferris's family room. Ferris is sprawled out in the chair.
I'm taking the day off. Get dressed and come over.
I can't. I'm sick.
It's all in your head. Come on over.
Interior Cameron's room. Cameron's insistent.
I feel like complete shit, Ferris. I can't go anywhere.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now come on over and pick me up.
Ferris disconnects. Cameron slowly hangs up the phone.
I'm dying.
The phone rings again. Cameron hits the speaker button.
You're not dying. You just can't think of anything good to do.
Interior Ferris's family room. Ferris hangs up.
If anybody needs a day off, it's Cameron. He has a lot of things to sort out before he graduates. He can't be wound this tight and go to college. His roommate will kill him. I've come close myself, but I like him. He's a little easier to take when you know why he's like he is. The boy cannot relax. Pardon my French, but Cameron is so tight that if you stuck a lump of coal up his ass in 2 weeks, you'd have a diamond. And Cameron would worry that he'd owe taxes on it.
Interior school hallway. We hear roll call as the camera moves across the tile floor. A shoes POV.
Albers.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
The camera enters a classroom. It travels past the teacher's hush puppies and heads up an aisle of desks past dirty yellow Reeboks, rotting Air Jordans, scuffed heels, pristine loafers.
Anheuser.
Here.
Bush.
Here.
Bueller.
The camera reaches the last desk and rises slowly to reveal that it's empty.
Bueller.
He's sick. My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard it from the guy who knows this kid who's going with a girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
Thank you, Simone.
No problem whatsoever.
Drucker.
What?
Wound out car engines come up loud. Close up on the TV. The Road Warrior is playing on video cassette. The big chase at the end. Interior family room on Ferris. He's sitting in the armchair pretending it's Humongous' war wagon. He's wearing a hockey mask. He's staring. He reaches down and grabs an imaginary nitrous oxide valve. Close up on the TV. Humongous reaches down and grabs a real nitrous oxide valve. He gives it a twist. Close up on Ferris. He throws himself back against the chair. Close up on the TV. The force of the rapid acceleration of his vehicle throws Humongous back in his seat. Close up on Ferris. He bounces himself in the chair to simulate the bumpy, high-speed ride. Close-up TV. The war wagon hurtles down the road. Close-up Ferris. He rears back in horror. Close-up TV. The war wagon is heading for a head-on collision with the tanker truck. Close-up on Ferris. Arms outstretched. Head thrown back. Brace for collision. Close-up on the TV. Impact. Mozart comes up. Close-up on flowering tree branch. Outside a bedroom window. A flowering crab tree branch. Petite pink flowers. We pull back from the window into the room. It's Jeannie's room. A pink and powder blue pig pen. Clothes everywhere, makeup, books, records. Ferris is sitting on her bed going through a purse.
This is really degrading.
Comes up with a crumpled dollar bill.
Financing my activities this way, very damaging to the self-image. But hey, I'm broke. In times of crisis, one must wait to what? One must. I'll pay it back with interest.
He comes up with a 5.
Regardless of how much shit sisters make you eat, how often they rat on you, how gross they act, or how wicked and insensitive they can be, you should not alienate them. Because most likely they have cash and it's usually very easy to get your hands on.
He holds up a 20 and snaps it. Pink Floyd's Money comes up. Interior living room. The song plays as Ferris digs through the sofa cushions. Close up on the sofa, Ferris extracts a sticky quarter from a crevice. Interior parents' bedroom. Ferris is going through his father's pants pockets. Another crumpled bill surfaces. Close up on the washing machine top. A couple of stiff, hard, bleached singles that have gone through the wash lay on top of the washer. A hand scoops them up. Close up, lucite encased proof set. An obvious gift from a grandparent. A U.S. Mint proof set. 10, a 5, and a single enclosed in a lucite frame. A screwdriver tip wedges between the two pieces of lucite and pops them apart. A hand peels the bills off the backing. Close up kitchen drawer. Hands ripping through the kitchen junk drawer, locating a dollar bill. Close up coin collection. The familiar blue collector's album. One by one, the quarters are being popped out of their slots. Close up vacuum cleaner. The dusty, dirty contents of the bag are emptied on the floor. Fingers pick a dime out of a matted wad of filth. Close up Snoopy Bank. It's being shaken furiously. Close up birthday card. It's a child's card. It's slowly opened to reveal a crisp new 5. Interior hall closet. The door opens and Ferris thrusts his hands into the pockets of the coats. He comes up with a ball of Kleenex, a roll of Tums, a squirt gun, then a modest wad of bills. His face lights up as he counts out the cash. He closes the door. Close up floor and bed. Ferris's face appears between the bed and the floor. His arm reaches out for a small metal bank hidden under the bed. Close up on the bank. It's on a workbench. An awl is driven in between the door and the jamb. It pries the door open. Inside are trading cards, a charred doll's head, a Zippo lighter, and finally a $5 bill. In the kitchen, Ferris is on his hands and knees under the kitchen table. Close up table leg. Ferris lifts the leg and removes a quarter that's been used to balance the table. Interior kitchen. Ferris stands up and pockets the quarter. Close up on Ferris's bed. A shower of coins and bills rain down on the sheets. The song ends. Exterior real estate office morning. A suburban realty company. A cute little building in town. Interior office. Joyce is behind a desk. Across from her are 2 women. They're also real estate agents. No one's going to consider a house with a black living room. Not even those jerks from Vermont. Let's be realistic.
Mrs. Volbeck's dead set against putting any money into the house.
Joyce's phone intercom buzzes. She takes the call. Joyce Bueller. Her eyes open wide with alarm. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to call. Exterior high school, a modern suburban high school.
Are you aware that your son is not in school today?
Interior school hallway. It's a passing period. The hall is clogged with students. Yes, I am. Ferris is homesick. I had a meeting first thing this morning. I should have called. It completely slipped my mind. Interior school, dean's outer office. A secretary is at work at her desk. We hear the dean inside the office.
Are you also aware that Ferris does not have what we consider an exemplary attendance record?
Interior dean's office, close up on the desk sign. It reads, Edward R. Rooney, Dean of Students, or Dead of Students. The dean's feet are up on the desk behind the sign. Moderately priced dress shoes. I don't understand.
I just had his file up.
Interior office, close up on the dean. Ed Rooney is sitting behind his desk. He's tough, clean, and straight as an I-beam. Short, neatly combed hair, suit and tie. He's toying with a pencil. He's confident to the point of arrogance.
I just had his file up, Mrs. Bueller.
Behind him is a computer terminal. He removes his feet from the desk and turns in his swivel chair.
If Ferris thinks he can coast this last month and still graduate, he's sorely mistaken.
This is all news to me. Close up on the computer monitor. The monitor on Rooney's desk displays Ferris's records.
So far, this semester alone, he's been absent 9 times, including today.
9 times. Under days missed, we see a number 9 suddenly change to a number 2. In the office, Rooney turns to the monitor. He reads off the screen.
I have it right here in front of me. He's missed,
He looks closer at the screen. Interior Ferris's room. Ferris is at his Macintosh computer. He has his record up on the screen.
I wanted a car. I got a computer. How's that for being born under a bad sign?
Interior Joyce's office. She's still on the phone with Rooney. I can give you every assurance that Ferris is home and that he is in fact very ill. I debated whether or not I should even leave him. I can appreciate that at this time of year, children are prone to taking the day off, but in Ferris's case, he's truly a very sick boy. Interior Ferris's bedroom, music blast, solo guitar, close-up on a speaker, the grill cloth is throbbing, close-up LED meters. The meters on the amplifier are totally in the danger zone. Close-up TV monitor. We see Ferris in his room with a guitar around his neck. He's playing. Close-up video camera. A home video camera is capturing Ferris on tape. Interior Cameron's room. He's sitting on the edge of the bed, buttoning his shirt. He sighs deeply and falls back on the bed. Interior school hallway. Jeannie is at her locker during a passing period. A girlfriend comes up to her.
Guess I forgot to assign girl. I'm really sorry to hear about your brother.
What are you sorry for? I have to live with a trouser snake.
No, I mean, I heard he's really sick.
Who said he's sick?
A whole bunch of people. They said he's like on the verge of death.
Jeannie stares incredulously at the girl.
This guy in my biology class said that if Ferris dies, he's giving his eyes to Stevie Wonder. He's really sweet, isn't he?
She smiles and exits. Jeannie cocks her head in bewilderment. She kicks her locker shut. Interior Ferris's room. He's in bed on the phone.
A sample of my blood was sent to Atlanta in the Center of Disease Control. I don't know, man. I'm breaking heavily. Freshman. Did you see Alien when the guy had the creature in his stomach? It feels like that.
Interior school hallway. A freshman boy is on the payphone. A couple of his buddies are standing at his side, waiting anxiously for news. God damn.
Kate?
Are you kidding?
What?
Did you see Alien?
No.
You never rented the video cassette? The second boy shakes his head. No. Oh, he's really wasted.
Who's he talking to?
Ferris Bueller. You know him?
Yeah, he's getting me out of summer school.
Anyway, I appreciate you letting us know how you're doing. We gotta split. Huh? Yeah, sure, hold on.
Shit. I hope he doesn't die. I can't handle summer school.
The boy snatches a passing girl.
Did you see Alien?
I forgot to do this one too. Hello? Hello? Who? Oh, hi, Ferris. How's your bod? Oh my God, you're dying? Is it serious? Shit. Are you upset?
Interior Dean's office. Rooney's comparing his computer monitor to hard copy. His secretary is standing over his shoulder.
I don't trust this kid any further than I can throw him.
With your bad knee, you better not throw anybody, Ed.
Rooney stares at her for a long beat.
What's so dangerous about a character like Ferris Bueller is that he gives the good kids bad ideas. The last thing I need at this point in my career is a 1,500 Ferris Bueller disciples running around these halls.
He's very popular, Ed. Sportos, motorheads, geeks, sluts, pinheads, dweebies, wonkers, richies, they all adore him.
That's exactly why I have to catch him this time. To show these kids the example he sets is a first-class ticket to nowhere.
Ooh, you sounded like Dirty Harry just now.
Rooney looks up at her with a proud smile.
Really?
He unconsciously does an Eastwood squint. Exterior Ferris's house. It's a glorious late spring day. A florist's truck drives past the house. Interior Ferris's room. He's on the telephone. As he speaks, he does a little Mac painting on his Macintosh. A Modulani nude.
Cameron, if you're not over here in 15 minutes, you can find a new best friend. I'm serious, man. This is bullshit. Making me wait around the house for you?
Interior Cameron's bedroom. Cameron is back in bed.
I'm sick. I feel like shit. Why can't you leave me alone?
You're not up for some good times. It's a beautiful day. It's almost summer. If this was Hawaii, we'd be surfing.
Interior, Ferris's room. He's growing weary of Cameron's wimpishness.
You want to stay home and try to have the shits? Try to barf? Try to feel worse?
I don't have to try.
Be a man! Take some Pepto-Bismol and get dressed. You're boring me with this stuff.
The other phone line rings.
Squeeze your buns for a second. I got another call.
He puts Cameron on hold. He clears his throat and answers the second line. He sounds like he's on his last breath.
Hello.
Exterior office building downtown, a LaSalle Street office tower. Ferris? Interior, Tom's office. He's behind his desk. Nice office. 2 windows. Oh man, I wish I had 2 windows. Herman Miller desk and chair. You sound miserable.
Really? Darn, I thought I was improving.
Were you sleeping?
I was trying to do some homework.
Close up, computer monitor. A closer view of the rude drawing Ferris is making.
I'm so worried about falling behind.
Interior, Ferris's room. He leans back from the monitor and sips a Coke.
Dad, can you hold on a second?
Sure, pal. Are you all right?
Just a little phlegm on the phone. Hold on.
He puts his father on hold.
Cameron, it's my dad.
Oh, that's just great. Are you busted?
It's completely cool. He's just checking up on me. Now listen to me. I'm working on getting some heavy bucks out of him. So the least you can do is hurry up and get over here. Bye.
He disconnects and gets his father back. He switches back to his sick voice.
Sorry, Dad. In the moment before you called, I hit a chest spasm and I blew lung fluid all over the place. It was making me ill looking at it. But gee, it's sure great of you to call. I'm sure there's a lot of fathers who wouldn't take the time out of their busy schedules to call a dumb sick teenager.
Well, hey, pal, what was I supposed to do? Ferris reaches out and hits a key on his computer. The screen dumps the drawing.
Give yourself some credit, Dad. It was a mammoth gesture. It's like those savings bonds you used to give me every Christmas. It was that kind of concern.
Close up computer screen. A message is flashing, transmitting data. Interior Ferris's room. He turns away from the computer and puts his feet up on the desk. He lights a cigarette.
You have to work hard for the money to buy those things, right?
Not any harder than anybody else. Ferris mouths Tom's words as he says them. Exterior, Chicago Loop, Diamond Vision screen. Ferris's drawing suddenly appears on the billboard. Pedestrians stop to look. Interior, Ferris's room. He blows a smoke ring.
You work so hard, I'll bet you don't even remember where those bonds are, right?
Ferris points a finger in the air as a cue to his father. Wrong. He nods.
Oh yeah, you're pulling my leg. You're just trying to cheer me up.
Like hell I am. They're in a shoebox in my closet. Ferris smiles. He looks at camera. He's gotten exactly what he wants.
Is that a class move or what? The guy gave it up faster than a drunk Catholic girl. I hope my kids don't pull this shit on me. Of course, if they didn't, they'd be dumb and abnormal, and they'd probably never move out of my house, and I'd have to support them until I die. I'd take it back. Dad, all this talking has made me kind of lightheaded. I think I better lie down.
Okay, pal. You take care. I'll call you after lunch.
You don't have to, Dad.
I want to. Bye now. He hangs up. Ferris sighs.
You win some, you lose some.
He turns his desk chair around and gets up.
I'm so disappointed in Cameron. $20 says he's sitting in his car debating about whether or not he should go out or not.
Interior car, Cameron. He's sitting behind the wheel of his car.
We're gonna get caught. No doubt about it. I'm not doing it. He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me until I come over.
He sighs and restarts the engine. I'm sorry, another beat.
Okay, you know what? Okay. I'll go. Damn it! Actually, what will happen is I'll get caught. Ferris will escape.
Another beat and he stops the engine. A crash of horror music. Close up, dresser drawer. Hands curl around the drawer poles. The drawer is opened slowly, ominously. The hands lift a sweater out. A heraldic sting as we see a men's magazine beneath the sweater. Interior, Ferris's room. He takes out the magazine. He leafs through the pages for the pictorials as he speaks.
Cameron will go on like that for a good 30 minutes. The guy is a shellfish when it comes to making a decision. The reason he doesn't feel good is he worries about everything. He's the only guy I know who's deeply concerned that when he grows up, there'll be a critical shortage of strategic metals.
He exits the room. Interior hallway. Ferris comes out of his room and heads down the hallway.
Cameron's also the only guy I know who knows what strategic metals are. Pardon moi.
He goes into the bathroom. We hear the toilet seat slam down.
Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied.
Interior classroom later. A stunningly beautiful girl, Sloane Peterson, is sitting at her desk in history class. She's staring out the window as a tweedy male teacher delivers a dry, dusty lecture.
Roosevelt's health had seriously deteriorated by the time he met with Churchill and Stalin at Yalta. Pardon me.
The classroom door opens and the school nurse walks in. For a moment, the teacher thinks she's come in because she heard him sneeze. She crosses to him and whispers in his ear. Sloane, she, like the others, watches the nurse curiously. Interior classroom, teacher and nurse. The teacher's face drops as he's delivered an obvious piece of disturbing news. He nods grimly to the nurse. She looks back at the kids.
Sloane Peterson?
She's a picture of compassion and understanding.
May I see you outside for a moment? There's been an emergency.
A smile curls across her lips. As she gathers her books, she looks to the girl next to her.
And mother.
Interior hallway. The nurse is gently holding Sloane's hand.
Dead grandmother?
Close up Rooney. He has a suspicious look on his face.
Dead grandmother?
Interior Dean's office. Rooney is at his desk. His secretary is standing across from him.
That's what Mrs. Peterson said. I had Florence Sparrow notify Sloane.
Who's this girl going with?
It's so hard to tell. I see her a lot with Ferris Bueller.
Rooney smiles. His suspicions are confirmed.
Could you get me Mr. Peterson's daytime number?
As the secretary starts out of the room, Rooney's phone rings. She stops and answers the desk phone.
Edward Rudy's office? Yes. Can you hold? Thank you.
She puts the call on hold.
It's Mr. Peterson.
Rooney is startled. He thinks for a beat. Then he reaches for the phone.
Do you still want his number?
Rooney answers her with an annoyed look. She smiles and backs out. He punches the phone button.
Ed Rooney.
Ed, this is George Peterson.
How are you today, sir?
We've had a bit of bad luck this morning, as you may have heard.
Rooney rolls his eyes. It's so obvious it's not Mr. Peterson.
I heard, and gosh, I'm all broken up. Huh? Oh, sure, I'd be happy to release Sloane. You produce a corpse, and I'll release Sloane. I want to see this dead grandmother firsthand.
The secretary stops cold in the doorway. She turns to Rooney in horror. He covers the phone.
Ferris Bueller, you nervy little punk. I'm going to set a trap and let him walk right into it. That's right. Cart the stiff in, and I'll turn over your daughter. It's school policy. Was this your mother?
Rooney's other line rings. Interior Secretary's office. She steps out of Rooney's office and picks up the other line.
Ed Rooney's office.
Her jaw drops.
Hold, please.
She puts the call on hold and hangs up. She hurries into Rooney's office. Interior Dean's office. Rooney's chewing out the person on the other line.
I'll tell you what. You don't like my policies, you can just come on down and smooch my big old ugly ass, you hear me?
The secretary comes in. She's waving her arms furiously. Rooney tries to wave her away. He's angry. She stomps her foot, and Rooney covers the phone.
What?
Ferris Bueller's on line 2.
Close up on Rooney's foot. It freezes in mid-step. Close up on Rooney's hand. The pencils fall from his fingers. Close up on Rooney's face. A mask of horror. He glances at the phone. Close up phone. The second line light is flashing. Close up Rooney. He blinks, cocks his head, and twitches. Interior, Ferris's room. He's zipping his pants, fastening his belt. The phone's cradled against his shoulder. He speaks in the same voice he used on his father.
Mr. Rooney, I'm sorry to disturb you at work, but I was wondering if you could possible for my sister to bring home any assignments for my classes that I may need.
Interior, Dean's office. Rooney. He's staring blankly ahead.
Thank you, sir.
He nods. Close up on phone. Rooney's finger gingerly presses the button on the waiting call.
Close up Rooney. He winces as he returns to the first call. Interior Ferris's house, kitchen. Cameron's on the phone in the kitchen. He's doing a deep, phony father voice.
You ought to be sorry, for Christ's sake. A family member dies and you insult me? What's the matter with you anyway?
Interior Dean's office. Dean's office, Rudy. He apologized profusely to Cameron. He's hiring and trembling.
I don't know. I thought you were someone else. You have to know, sir, that I would never deliberately insult you. I can't begin to tell you how embarrassed I am.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Rooney nods enthusiastically.
Absolutely, yes, I most certainly am.
Interior kitchen. Cameron lays into Rooney.
This isn't over yet, Buster. You just make sure my daughter's out in front of school in 10 minutes. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, Mr. Peterson.
Call me sir, goddammit.
Sir.
That's better.
Ferris strolls into the kitchen to cast the last of the conversation. Cameron covers the phone.
I'm scared shitless, Ferris. What if Rooney guesses my voice?
Impossible. You're doing great.
Cameron sighs and goes back to the phone.
Rooney, Rooney. I don't have all day to bark at you, so I'll make this short and sweet.
Ferris gives Cameron an enthusiastic thumbs up.
Great.
Cameron smiles proudly.
I want my daughter out in front of the school in 10 minutes, by herself. I don't want anyone around.
Ferris smacks Cameron. He'd said the wrong thing. He covers the phone.
What'd I do?
Out in front by herself? It's too suspicious. He'll think something's up, moron. Cover it.
Cameron panics. He holds the phone out to Ferris.
You do it.
Ferris waves his arms angrily.
Talk.
Cameron takes a deep breath. He clears his throat and puts on his father's voice.
I changed my mind, fellow. You be out in front with her. I want to have a few words with you.
Ferris slaps Cameron. The phone flies out of his hand. Close up Rooney. He winces as the phone hits the floor with a loud clunk. We hear the boys scrambling to pick up the phone, then Cameron clearing his throat.
On second thought, I don't have time to talk to you. We'll get together soon and have lunch.
We hear a slap and the call disconnects. Interior Ferris's kitchen. Cameron's rubbing the side of his head.
Why'd you hit me?
Where's your brain?
Why'd you hit me?
Where's your brain?
Why'd you hit me?
Where's your brain?
I asked you first.
How can we pick up Sloan if Rooney's going to be there with her?
I said for her to be there alone and you freaked.
My God, you're stupid. I didn't hit you. I lightly slapped you.
You hit me. Look, don't ask me to participate in your crap if you don't like the way I do it.
Ferris is incredulous at Cameron's stupidity. Cameron's anger is intensified by his embarrassment.
I was home, sick. You get me out of bed, bring me over here, make me jeopardize my future, make me do a phony phone call on the dean of students, a man who could squeeze my nuts into oblivion, and then you deliberately hurt my feelings.
I didn't deliberately hurt your feelings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Cameron glances at Ferris.
Hey, Ferris. Have a nice life.
He turns and heads out of the room. Ferris sighs.
Cameron.
Stick it up your ass, Ferris.
Cameron, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jam you. It was uncalled for.
Cameron stops.
You serious?
He turns around.
Dead serious.
Cameron smiles. He appreciates Ferris' apology.
Thanks.
You did screw up, though, right? Not that it was necessarily all your fault, right? But
Why?
to fix the situation, I'm going to have to ask you for a small favor.
Cameron's jaw drops. Interior garage. The door opens slowly, dramatically as we hear a heraldic fanfare. Light streams in to reveal Cameron and Ferris looking at the car. Ferris is silent. Cameron is frowning with trepidation and fear. Close-up Ferrari stallion, the prancing black stallion. We move up from the stallion to the erotic red hood of a 1958 Ferrari 250 GTS California. Cameron and Ferris. Cameron's face is ashen. The end of the world is at hand. Ferris is in heaven.
1958 Ferrari 250 GTS California. Less than 100 were made. It has a market value of $265,000. My father spent 3 years restoring it. It is joy. It is his love. It is his passion.
It is his fault he didn't lock the garage.
Ferris, my father loves this car more than life itself. We can't take it out.
A man with priorities so far out of whack doesn't deserve such a fine automobile.
He never drives it, Ferris. He just rubs it with a diaper.
We can't pick up Sloan in your car, Cameron. Rooney never believed Mr. Peterson drives that piece of shit.
It's not a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit. Don't worry about it. I don't even have a piece of shit. I don't even have a piece of shit myself. I have to envy yours. Look, I'm sorry, but there's nothing else we can do.
He knows the mileage, Ferris. He has it tattooed on his wrist.
He doesn't trust you?
No.
All right, look, this is real simple.
He puts his arms around Cameron.
Whatever miles we put on, we'll take it off.
How?
We'll drive home backwards.
Cameron shakes his head no.
Forget it. I'm putting my foot down, Ferris. You'll have to think of something else.
Close-up Ferrari grill. Cameron's protests are drowned out by the distinctive roar of the 12 cylinders.
You're not talking me into this one. I have to live with the man. I'm sorry, but...
The roar of the engine is overtaken by the sound of the crowded school hallway. Interior school Jeannie. She comes out of a classroom. She stops as Sloan and Rooney walk past. Sloan has her coat on and she's carrying her books. Jeannie watches her suspiciously. Exterior school. The Ferrari is parked out front. The top is down. Interior Ferrari. Ferris is driving. He's wearing a man's hat and sunglasses. Cameron's in the back.
Are you crazy? Put the top back up.
This is perfect top-down weather.
What about Rooney?
Cameron, the more obvious we are, the less likely we are to get caught.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
The adult mind is a suspicious machine. Stay down, man.
Cameron squeezes himself lower.
How come it's my dad's car and I'm taking all the risk and I have to ride back here?
I don't have an explanation.
Exterior school. Rooney and Sloan come out the door.
Once again, let me say how deeply saddened I am by your loss.
Huh?
Were you close with your grandmother?
Yeah. Very. She was a terrific lady. Very hip. Very old. Yeah.
Oh, Sloan, dear.
Sloan looks across at the Ferrari. Rooney looks. Their POV. Ferris is looking out across the roof of the Ferrari. He's careful to keep his nose and mouth below the roofline.
Hurry along now.
Exterior school. Rooney suspicious. Sloan smiles and bids Rooney a hasty farewell.
Guess that's my dad. Thanks. See ya.
She hurries to the car. Rooney watches her. Something does compute for him. Interior school Jeannie. She's watching out the door. She sees the Ferrari pull away. Exterior school Rooney. He can't quite put his finger on what's bothering him. Interior Ferrari. Sloan shrieks with delight. She leans across the console and gives Ferris a kiss.
So great. I can't believe it, right in front of Rooney.
She laughs and turns to Cameron.
Hi, Cameron. You comfortable?
Hi. No.
What a fabulous car.
Enjoy it quick. It's going home.
It was risky. It was bold. It was totally necessary.
What are we going to do?
The question isn't, what are we going to do? The question is, what aren't we going to do?
Don't tell me we're not going to take the car home. Please.
If you had access to a car like this, would you take it back right away? Would you give up a feeling like a ton just to ease your best friend's tension? Neither would I.
He smiles. Exterior street Ferrari. It accelerates away like a shot. Exterior suburban bank. A fresh modern bank building. The clock outside reads 9:53. The Ferrari pulls into the parking lot. Interior bank doors. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloan walk in. Ferris is cocky and confident. Sloan's still intoxicated with her freedom. Cameron's having stomach trouble. Ferris leads the way to an open teller window. Interior bank teller. A woman about 70 with a silver blue beehive. It's about 4 inches higher, the highest beehive you've ever seen. As she moves, the beehive hits a small sign over her head. She's been at the bank since they opened. She smiles when she sees Ferris.
I'm the teller. Baby, you must be so excited.
What?
What? Oh,
What?
I'm so far away.
It's the very first teller.
Ferris Bueller?
Ferris, he's at the window. On either shoulder are Cameron and Sloan. Ferris smiles. Cameron blanches.
Mrs. Froling, how are you?
Teller. She pats the rock-solid mass of blue hair. In doing so, she locates a missing ballpoint pen. She withdraws it from the hair and smiles at its reappearance.
I passed a kidney stone Tuesday, so I'm a little pooped out, but other than that, I'm as chipper as can be. Say, shouldn't you be in school?
Ferris, he lays his savings bond on the counter.
Me? I'm out of school, Mrs. Froling. In fact, I'm married. This is my wife, Madonna.
Sloan suppresses a laugh.
And this is my brother-in-law, ZZ Top. ZZ, this is Mrs. Froling.
Cameron isn't amused.
Is Top a Slavic name?
Top? Mr. Top?
Yep.
I'd like to cash these in, please. We're having a baby and we need the cash for a crib, clothes and diapers, food pellets, leash, water dish.
Interior bank teller window. Mrs. Froling takes the bonds with a hearty smile. The latter part of the conversation sails over her like a line drive.
A baby? You must be so excited.
Cameron groans and turns away from the sham.
I'm thrilled, ma'am. I'm especially looking forward to wearing those jeans with the stretch panel in front.
Mrs. Froling thumbs through the bonds.
Are you hoping for a boy or a girl?
Actually, we're hoping for a car.
Close up Cameron. He's spooked by the games playing. He scans the bank nervously. He blinks, focuses, and blinks again. His POV. Joyce is with a middle-aged couple and their bored, sourpuss teenage son, Boyd. He's sitting in a chair with his legs slung over the sides, waving a big lighter back and forth across his rump. The parents are Joyce's clients from Vermont. A loan officer is discussing the local financing situation with them. He is an open office adjacent to the teller windows. Joyce's back is to the tellers. Close up Cameron. It's like he's just witnessed an axe murder.
Shit.
Interior bank, Joyce. Her back is to the teller windows. She's conducting her meeting. Behind her, we see Cameron grab Ferris and point her out to him. He waves. Cameron slaps his arm. Interior bank, teller window. Mrs. Froling shows Ferris this leading claw.
That was creepy.
These bonds aren't mature. If you'd hold on to them another 2 years, you'll get an additional $4.
I'm aware of that.
You're throwing away $4.
Oh, no, ma'am. I'm giving it to the government. They need it. Do you know what an aircraft carrier is going for these days?
Interior, Bank, Joyce. She concludes her meeting. She shakes hands with the loan officer and stands. The Vermont couple stands. Boyd scrapes the bottom of his shoe on the desk, leaving a glob of mud behind, and he stands. Joyce turns into the bank. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloan are gone. She escorts her customers out. Interior, Bank, door. Joyce and the Vermont couple approach the doors. Boyd lays a loogie in the drinking fountain. Mrs. Froling passes with the savings bond. She stops when she sees Joyce.
Mrs. Froling, how are you?
I patched a kidney stone Tuesday. Say, you must be very proud.
Joyce doesn't know what she's talking about.
I met Madonna.
She pats Joyce on the arm.
She told me everything. Keep me posted. I'll want to send a gift.
She toodles on her way. Joyce and the Vermont couple are completely baffled. Exterior, Bank. Joyce and the Vermont couple walk along the side of the bank, headed for the parking lot. Boyd's tagging along behind. He picks up a stone and hurls it into the parking lot.
My son's home sick today. If you wouldn't mind, on our way back to the office, I'd like to just run in and check up on him.
We hear a metallic ping as Boyd's missile hits a car.
Of course.
Of course.
They pass a show window. As they pass, we hold on the window. It's promoting saving for college educations. A mannequin father is congratulating his mannequin son in a mortar and gown as stiff as Sloan. As a stiff, Sloan, Ferris, and Cameron look on proudly. Interior, Dean's office. His secretary is dialing a number for him.
This is the Petersons' home.
She hands the phone to Rooney.
Watch your mouse this time.
Rooney glares at her. Ferris Bueller's behind this. There's no doubt in my mind. That's what I was saying this morning. Why he has to be stopped. He's got Sloan Peterson involved in this thing now. The secretary nods.
And her grandmother, too.
Close-up phone answering machine. It clicks on. We hear a grieved woman's voice. It sounds an awful lot like Sloan.
We can't come to the phone right now. We've got a death in the family. If you need to reach us, we'll be at the following number.
Interior, Dean's office. Rooney quickly takes down the number. Exterior, Cameron's house. His answering machine clicks on. We hear Cameron's voice.
You have reached the Coughlin Bros mortuary. We are unable to come to the phone right now, but if you'll leave your name and number.
Interior, Dean's office. Rooney hangs up the phone. Something's going on here, god damn it. The secretary is looking at a newspaper on Rooney's desk. She's not listening to him.
Sir.
Secretary?
Yeah, sir. There's a railroad strike.
I'm gonna stop it.
My brother-in-law will appreciate it.
Rooney looks at her puzzled. What?
My brother-in-law rides the train to work.
Rooney stares at her like she's crazy. Who gives a good goddamn? Exterior, Eden's Expressway, a major thoroughfare into the city of Chicago from the suburbs. The Ferrari streaks past. In the distance, we see the Sears Tower, the Hancock Building, and the Standard Oil Building. Interior, school hallway. Jeannie is walking down the hall. She's stopped by a kid with a Coke can.
Yo, we're collecting money to buy Ferris Bueller a new kidney.
Jeannie stares at him. She's flabbergasted at the proportions her brother's scan has reached.
They're on about 50 G's, so you could help out.
Go piss up a flagpole.
Huh?
She knocks the can out of his hand and storms down the hall. The kid yells after her.
Hey, babe, someday you might need a favor from Ferris Bueller. Then where will you be?
He reaches for the can.
Heartless wench.
Exterior, Chicago Loop parking garage. The Ferrari pulls into a large parking garage. Exterior garage. Ferris, Sloan, and Cameron get out. Cameron's having fits.
We can't leave the car here.
Why not?
Because we can't. I want it back home where it belongs. Seriously, I need it back where it belongs.
What could happen to it?
It could get stolen or wrecked or scratched, you name it.
I'll give the guy a 5 to watch it.
What guy?
Close-up parking attendant. He smiles with a relish at the car. 6'6", 240, an IQ that equals his hourly wage. Shoulder-length hair stuffed into a hairnet, gold teeth, earring, goatee. Exterior parking lot. The attendant swaggers over to the car. Ferris slips him a 5.
You speak English?
Since I was 3.
Great. I want you to take extra special care of this vehicle, okay?
He pats the attendant on the arm. He smiles.
Like it's a beautiful woman.
I appreciate it.
The attendant is very gingerly gets into the car. Ferris turns to Cameron. The Ferrari pulls into the lot very slowly, very carefully. No squealing tires, no revving engine.
See what a Finisky can do to a person's attitude. He's gonna treat it like a beautiful woman.
Yeah, sure. Whip it with a stick and piss on the hood.
Oh, please, Cameron. Do you have to be so graphic?
She heads down the street.
This is so right.
Ferris nudges Cameron on. They exit the garage and head after Sloane. A long beat and the Ferrari creeps down the exit ramp of the garage. It's gone in the entrance and out the exit. Another attendant jumps in the passenger side. He's skinny, tall, with a huge knit hat willed with dreads. He lets out a spirited laugh and the Ferrari peels out of the lot. It heads down the street away from Sloane, Ferris, and Cameron. Exterior, Ferris's house. Joyce's car pulls in the driveway. She gets up and heads into the house, up to the house. Interior, Ferris's room. It's dark. There's a figure on the bed. We hear soft snoring. A wire runs from under the bed covers to the closet door to the room itself. Interior room, doorknob. The wire is tied to the doorknob. It's taut. Downstairs, we hear a door open and close. Interior house stairway. Joyce quietly walks up the stairs. Interior house hallway. Joyce comes up the stairs and crosses to Ferris's room. She listens at the door. We hear the snoring. Close-up of doorknob, and Joyce slowly turns the doorknob and pushes the door open a crack. From her point of view, we see the door open and the figure-like lump in the bed moves. Close-up on Joyce as she smiles and closes the door. Interior room, closet. The closet door is open. The wire from the bedroom door is strung over the top of the closet door. A trophy is attached to the end of the wire, and it's resting on a yardstick. As the bedroom door closes, the trophy lifts up off the yardstick, and the lump in the bed goes back down to its original position. Close-up on Ferris's synthesizer, where little LED lights are lighting up to the rhythm of the snoring. The snoring is simulated. Interior hallway as Joyce listens at the door for another beat. She smiles with relief and affection. Exterior Sears Tower later, a helicopter shot moves in on the world's tallest building. As it passes, we see 3 figures pressed against the windows.
The world's tallest building. From our vantage point here on the 103rd floor, we are provided with a view of 4 states.
Do you think a car is all right?
Illinois, Michigan, Wisconsin, and my personal favorite, Indiana.
Interior Sears Tower observation deck. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloane are standing against the window.
I don't feel good, Ferris. Are we going to stay long?
Take a step back.
Ferris steps back. Sloane and Cameron follow suit.
Okay, now lean against the glass like this.
He leans forward, putting all his weight on his forehead.
And look down.
Sloane leans forward. Cameron follows reluctantly.
Oh, shit.
Her point of view, we see the street far, far below. A dizzying view. Interior observation deck. The 3 are leaning against the glass.
What if the glass gives?
Death.
Cool.
Close up on Cameron, he's looking down.
I think I see my dad.
Exterior street level, a middle-aged man, Cameron's father, Horace Fry, is standing on the street corner. He's lean, clean, tough, and humorless. He's wearing a puzzled look on his face.
I think I see my car.
His point of view, the Ferrari screams down the avenue and disappears down an underground ramp. Interior Sears Tower lobby. Ferris and Sloane bound down the escalator. Cameron follows glumly. They dance past a giant Calder mobile. They are singing.
I've been around the great world and I've seen all the kinds of girls, yeah, but I couldn't wait
the
for
cutest girls in the world. I wish they all could be California. I wish they all could be California. I wish they all could
could be California.
Girls.
Exterior street. Ferris and Sloane burst out the doors, garnering the annoying stares of the business people busily going in and out of the building. Cameron politely waits his turn to exit. Ferris and Sloane head down the street. Cameron follows.
I wish they
all could be
California
girls. Yeah.
Exterior Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Giant old monolith. Interior Chicago Mercantile Exchange trading room. Traders are frantically buying and selling commodities. Interior gallery. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloane are sitting in the gallery watching the proceedings.
Do you love me?
Do you love me?
I asked you first.
Yes. You?
Yes.
Would I trash a day of education to be with you if I didn't love you?
Yes.
Would I risk damaging a deep and wonderfully enriching relationship with my parents if I didn't love you?
Yes.
Would I have introduced you as my wife if I didn't love you?
Wait a minute, that was a lie.
True. Would you want to get married? I mean, if I wasn't an asshole.
Sure.
Today?
I'm game. That's not my line.
I'm game.
No way.
I'll do it if you will.
You need a blood test.
Huh?
If your blood's not compatible, you could produce a pinhead. The state requires a blood test.
So?
So you can't get married today.
Tomorrow?
If you get a blood test today.
I'm not getting married.
I'm with you, babe.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Think about it.
Besides, being too young and your father hating my guts and not having any place to live and feeling awkward about being the only cheerleader with a husband, give me a good reason why not.
I'll give you two, my mother and my father.
Ferris and Sloane look at him curiously.
They're married and they hate each other. You've seen them. Am I right?
Your father's a toad and your mom's always wired out, but so what? They're old. That's natural.
Makes me puke seeing people treat each other like that. It's like the car. He loves his car, but he hates his wife.
My parents are divorced, so what? It's not like it doesn't happen 10,000 times a day.
Just because it happens doesn't make it right. Are you comfortable with it?
No, it's not something I can get comfortable with. I've tried. Are yours divorced?
They may as well be.
Do you think they're staying together because of you?
Cameron hasn't seen it that day. He shrugs.
Do they like you?
It hasn't occurred to Cameron that his parents might not like him, that parental love might not be given.
Yeah, sure.
Consider this. My father canned me and my brother and my mom for a 25-year-old dispo with fake tits. He dropped us like a rock. Everything was cool at our house. I thought so. We all thought so. Then bam, it's over.
This is all news to me. She keeps a pretty good secret.
It was pure selfishness when I have a kid. I don't care how much I want something. If it's gonna screw up the kid, forget it.
She's not lying.
You could change.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna try to prevent it.
This is optimism. It's a common trait with my age group. Adults think it's cute. It's like a charming quick that infests youth, but it's a cool thing. And I think deep down, crusty old shits wish they had some. They wish they had her too. Sorry, she's taken.
I'd rather not have my family break apart. Thank you.
Well, you know what? It ain't up to you. It's out of your hands.
So, in other words, I should just sit back and watch it crumble?
You're merely an inhabitant in their universe.
Frightening words of choice.
They call the shots. When you split for them, you call the shots.
So you're saying I should run away?
No, she's saying it's time for lunch.
What?
Let's go feed Cameron.
They stand up and head out. Ferris hangs back a moment. He cups his hand out. He does exactly that, yells at the top of his voice. And he exits, cool and casual. Interior, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, trading floor. It explodes with activity in response to Ferris's shout. We hear a radio announcer.
Commodity prices rose sharply today in unusual heavy trading.
Exterior restaurant, a French restaurant on the Gold Coast. It's noon. Interior restaurant. Ferris, Sloan, and Cameron are standing in the restaurant. Ferris is looking at the maitre d' reservations book, his POV. His fingers run down to a party of 3 for 12 o'clock. Interior restaurant, the maitre d' returns.
May I help you?
Yes, I'm Abe Froman. Party of 3 at 12 o'clock.
The maitre d' looks at Ferris curiously.
Is there a problem?
You're Abe Froman.
I'm Abe Froman.
I'm sorry, son. I'm very busy right now. If you have trouble finding the door...
Sloan tugs Ferris' sleeve. He ignores her.
Are you suggesting I'm not who I say I am?
Shall I call the police?
Let's go, Abe.
I'm not going anywhere. Call the police. Go ahead. Better yet, I'll call myself.
Cameron chokes. Sloan grits her teeth. The maitre d' smiles smugly. Close-up phone. Ferris punches out a number. A beat, and the restaurant's second line lights up and the phone rings. Interior restaurant. The maitre d' motions for the phone so that he can answer the call. Ferris waves him off angrily.
You touch me and I yell rat. There's another phone around here. Find it.
The maitre d' backs off.
Ferris, let's split, please.
Cameron's right. We're going to get busted.
Not a chance in the world.
Hands the phone to Sloan.
Ask for Abe Froman.
Your restaurant later. Ferris, Sloan, and Cameron are seated in the restaurant. The maitre d' is hovering over Ferris.
I appreciate your understanding.
Don't grovel, Charles. Just leave us to our repast and I will be forgotten. After all, I am the sausage king of Chicago.
Enjoy your luncheon.
Thank you.
The maitre d' backs away. Ferris smiles. Sloan is impressed. Cameron is flushed with nerves.
Darling, you were wonderful.
Oh, but I had a wonderful teacher.
Cameron, dear friend. And you thought we wouldn't have any fun. Shame on you.
Ferris disappears behind his menu. Exterior school. We hear hallway sounds and Jeannie.
You're muted, hon.
Oh, she's not.
Oh, I thought it
She's
said Craig.
Nope.
Ferris Bueller's days are numbered.
Interior girls' locker room. Jeannie's sitting on a bench in a field hockey uniform. She's talking to a friend.
I'm gonna bust his buns.
Why? What's the point?
Why? Because I'm sick of the little dope. He manipulates my parents, he does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and he never gets nailed. Well, babe, today, I'm the hammer.
Angrily on the Velcro strap on her sneakers. The strap rips off in her hand.
Well, I think it's cute.
Sweetie, it's an established fact that you have no taste. Ferris is not cute, he's not charming, he's not nice, he's not a wonderful person. He's an ignorant mule, and the sooner everybody in this school comes to that realization, the better off we'll all be.
Lays the Velcro straps to her friend.
See? My brother strokes you. You sympathize with him. I get pissed off, and this is what happens.
Jeannie tosses the straps on the floor.
Let me tell you something. I study hard. I work hard. I'm polite. I'm considerate. I'm friendly and fair to all kinds of people, except morons. I try to be everything a good, decent person should be. And you know what?
Everybody thinks you're an asshole?
Freezes with the next sentence pinned to her tongue.
Excuse me?
I don't think you're an asshole.
Who does?
Her friend smiles sheepishly.
Rachel?
His friend shrugs, wags her head, does everything but verbally confirm.
Rachel's a dirtbag. Who else?
I don't know, forget it.
Forget that everybody thinks I'm an asshole. Would you like everybody to think you're an asshole?
Not everybody thinks you're an asshole. Mr. Rooney likes you.
Oh, hey, that's exciting. A fat 50-year-old Claude with BO likes me.
Shakes her head in disbelief.
Would everybody be happier if maybe I were to die in a flaming car accident or something?
Maybe if you didn't cat like an asshole?
Am I acting like an asshole?
I didn't mean it that way.
This is a conspiracy. Just shit all over me or something? Is it? Is my brother behind this? Tell me if he is, or I'll sock your tits.
You really have a problem, Jeannie.
Me? I have a problem?
Somebody who threatens to sock people's tits has a problem!
All right. How about if I sock your face?
Jeannie's friend gets up.
Take a walk, Jeannie.
And her friend exits.
If it means anything to you, I have my period. My body's ridding itself of old eggs, goddammit.
Snarls and stomps against the lockers.
He's gone. He's over. Monkey meat.
Interior men's room. Chez Paul. Ferris is standing at the urinal.
Of course he is. She's a person who views life as an ordeal that must be endured. Her body is a transport vehicle for her anger. I don't know where she gets the shit. Basically, the family's pretty cool.
He
I
looks
wonder
down.
if everybody shoots at cigarette butts in urinals. Probably not many women. Is that a thing? Anyway, I used to think that my family was the only one that had weirdness in it. It used to worry me. Then I met Cameron and I saw how his family functioned.
He zips his trousers and steps away from the urinal.
Cameron's home life is really shit. He wasn't lying. That's why he's sick all the time. It really upsets him. What he said about his parents hating each other, I refuse to sleep over at his house. His parents fight all the time, even when I'm there. Is there anything worse than being at someone's house when their parents are fighting? It's the absolute height of social discomfort.
He checks his hair in the mirror.
When they go after each other, Cameron tightens up. It's scary, so he, gets wadded up. You couldn't pry his buns apart with a crowbar. The thing is, with taking his old man's car, it's good for him. It teaches him to deal with his fear. Plus, I must be honest here, I love driving it. I highly recommend picking one up.
He exits the men's room. We hold a beat. A toad flushes. Another beat, and Tom walks out of the stall. He crosses to the sink. Interior restaurant. Cameron and Sloane have been served their lunches. They're staring at the plates.
What is it?
I don't know. Well, it looks like it's already been eaten and digested.
I knew it was a mistake letting Ferris order for us.
Ferris slides over to the table and drops into his seat.
What are you doing?
Cameron looks at Ferris.
What is this shit?
You got me, I don't speak French.
He puts his napkin in the lap and smells his plate.
I think it's a land-based beefoid creature.
Takes a bite. He savors the taste.
Splendid.
Really?
Superb.
Cameron and Sloane try theirs. They chew tentatively.
Good?
Sloane and Cameron shrug. It's not bad. A waiter passes. Ferris stops him.
Yo, Clouseau?
The inspector stops and looks at Ferris indignantly.
I have a growth on my brain that causes memory lapses. Could you tell me what we ordered here?
Yes, it's sweetbreads.
And what that might be?
Pancreas.
As in the gland that has important functions in digestion and metabolism?
Yes.
Close up. Sloane and Cameron. They stop chewing. They're holding their sweetbreads in their mouths. Close up on Ferris. He continues his questioning.
That secretes a thick, colorless fluid containing digestive enzymes, the home of the world-famous Isles of Langerhans.
Close up on Waiter Clouseau. He nods broadly, knows that he's spoiling the kid's meal. Close up Sloane and Cameron. They look at each other. Close up on Ferris. He pats his mouth with his napkin. He looks to Cameron and Sloane. He raises a finger, holds it a beat, and gives it a cue. Close up on the waiter. He turns away as Sloane and Cameron spit out their food. Close up on Ferris. He watches Sloane and Cameron, then glances at the waiter.
Check, please.
Exterior, the restaurant of Chapol. Tom and his two guests are standing at the curb talking. A cab is waiting. The doors open. In the background, Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron come out of the restaurant. They approach the cab. Tom's back is to Ferris. Ferris stops cold. Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron turn on cue at Tom, now in the background, turns toward the restaurant.
40,000 restaurants in the downtown area, and I picked the one my father goes to?
We're gonna get nabbed for sure.
No way, Cameron. Only the meek get nabbed. The bold survive. Let's go.
He turns to the cab. Sloane and Cameron turn slowly. Exterior street cab. Tom and his party are still jawing at curbside. Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron slowly approach the cab. Behind the backs of the men, Ferris scoots Sloane into the cab. Cameron dashes in. Ferris hops in the cab. Interior cab. Ferris slams the door. Close-up cab. Door handle. A man's hand reaches for the handle as the cab pulls away.
Exterior restaurant. Tom and his guests watch in bewilderment as their cab takes off. Music comes up. Exterior Museum of Science Industry, the Grand Old Chicago Museum. Interior museum overhead shot. The main gallery is crowded with school kids. Interior museum floor. A class of kids walking around, holding hands. Among the second graders are Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron, holding hands, looking like giant grade schoolers. Interior museum display case. Baby chicks are hatching, tweet, in a huge round incubator. Sloane, Ferris, and Cameron are intently watching the process. Interior museum coal mine. Sloane and Ferris and Cameron ride in the coal train in the coal mine replica. Ferris and Sloane are making out. Interior museum industrial display. Sloane operates a metal press to produce a thin astray. Very cool. Interior museum heart replica, a giant walk-through replica of a human heart. Ferris staggers out of it, clutching his heart, faking a massive heart attack. Interior German U-boat. Ferris is examining the controls of the captured U-boat. He checks to see if he is being watched. Then he presses a button and pulls a lever. CU propeller. For the first time in 40 years, the screw turns. Good for him. CU a human fetus in a bottle. Close up, a human fetus in a bottle. The famous stages of life display with features bottled in fetuses. The nine month, a tiny human being in a jar. Close up, Sloane, Ferris, Cameron. Sloane wants to cry. Cameron's stomach is in his throat. Ferris is lost in thought. The music ends.
I wonder if he has a name.
9th month?
Exterior Chicago River, long high shot. From the merchandise mart, looking down the fetid green swath of water. A boat is rolling up the man-made canyon.
Are you guys worried about nuclear war?
Cameron, it's a beautiful day. We've won our freedom. We're traveling down one of America's most scenic, polluted waterways, and you have to bring up nuclear war?
It is kind of a raggy subject, Cam.
Regardless, it's with us every day. The possibility of global destruction.
Don't you think it's an issue because people need something to worry about? They have to have some major problem that puts all their little bullshit into some kind of perspective.
Maybe.
They used to have Vietnam. They used to have the oil crisis stuff in Iran. That's over, and people have to have their big issue. But it's not like somebody came up with nuclear holocaust yesterday at noon, you know.
To answer your question, no, I'm not worried about it at all.
We don't know when the bomb's going off. We do know, however, that college starts in the fall.
Do you know what a nuclear winter is?
Long beat.
Yeah, everybody's dead. It's real cold, and the skiing's for shit.
The boat makes the turn in the river and clears frame. Exterior boat docks. The three are sitting on the aft deck of the tour boat. Their feet are up on the railing, very casual, very relaxed, discussing the end of the world.
My stepfather's always going off about how when he was young, he was committed to all of these causes.
He's full of shit. All the old hippies are full of shit.
He says I don't care about things like he did.
What's he care about now?
Baldness, fatty meats, and money.
I rest my case.
What's spooky is they still control everything. They took over when they were young and they never gave it up.
One of the most frightening experiences of my young life has been observing my parents and our neighbors playing the baby boom edition of Trivial Pursuits. It's chilling to see people crazed with the minutia of the past.
It's human nature to like what you had better than what you have.
Agreed.
A loudspeaker on the boat identifies a point of interest.
To your left, it is the world's tallest building.
The three look at to the left.
The Sears Tower.
You know, this is all very interesting, but I'm starving.
An hour ago, you wanted to yak.
I feel better now.
Lean over and grab a fish.
Cameron looks over to the side of the boat, and obtuse thought flashes through Sloane's brain.
What comes after a nuclear winter?
Nuclear spring?
Exterior school. Meanwhile, interior hallway outside the dean's office. Jeannie is having a small moral debate with herself.
It's reprehensible to squeal in your own flesh and blood, but it's for his own good. His cavalier attitude will get him into trouble later in life, and it'll continue to piss me off, and I'll get so wadded up that it'll cause cervix cancer and he'll ruin my life. Screw him.
She slips into Dean's outer office. Interior Dean's outer office. Rooney's secretary is behind her desk. Jeannie walks in. The secretary looks up and greets her with a weary smile.
Hello, Jeannie. Who's bothering you now?
Jeannie scowls at her.
Is Dean Rooney in? I'm sorry, he's out. Can I help you? I seriously doubt it. When's he back? I don't know. He left the grounds on personal business.
Exterior street. Close-up curb. A car tire rolls into frame and stops, slides across to the sidewalk. Rooney, dress shoe, steps out onto the pavement. Move up to reveal Rooney standing at the door of his bile green LeBaron. LeBaron, huh? Rooney peels off his shades and looks around like he's Dirty Harry. In his mind, he is Dirty Harry. Close up, fire hydrant. Rooney's dress shoe on the hydrant. He ties his lace and pulls up his sock. Exterior street. Rooney straightens his tie and jacket and slips into a Rowry hot dog joint. Interior, hot dog joint stand. It's jammed with construction workers, secretaries, suburban businessmen. It's loud and confusing. Rooney pushes his way in and scopes the crowd. His POV. A young person is playing a video game in a far corner. Close up Rooney. He suspects it's Ferris. It looks sort of like Ferris. He smiles and cuts into the crowd. Close up, the back of the video player's head. Move in on the player.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
The player looks up.
Your ass is mine.
The player turns around. It's a girl. Close up Rooney. The blood evacuates his face. He stares at the girl's close up girl. She stares at him. She picks up her Coke. She puts the straw to her lips and sucks. Close up Rooney. He's still staring. He can't think of anything to say. Close up girl holding the straw in the mouth. She draws it out of the cup. She raises it, pointing it directly in Rooney's face. Close up Rooney. He squints. Close up girl. She blows a straw full of Coke in Rooney's face. Close up napkin holder. A hand yanks at a napkin hold. Interior hot dog stand service counter. Rooney wipes his face behind him in the kitchen in a grease-covered TV set broadcasting a Cubs baseball game. Hey, they won the World Series. There's a long foul ball. The TV camera follows the ball into the stands. A kid makes a stab on the ball. Rooney wipes his suit off. The TV camera zooms in on the boy, triumphantly holding the foul ball aloft. It's Ferris. He does a little celebration dance. Rooney winds up the napkin and tosses it in the trash bin. The TV camera returns to the game. Rooney glances at the screen.
What's the score?
0-0.
Who's winning?
Cubs.
Rooney nods and exits. Exterior Wrigley Field stands. Ferris sits down with the baseball. He shakes his stinging paw. On either side of him are Cameron and Sloan. Cameron's scarfing nachos.
I think I broke my thumb.
Can we leave now?
You want to leave? We just got here.
You got a call, you broke your thumb. What's left to do?
Cameron offers his nachos to Sloan. She looks to them with disgust.
Oh, no wonder you're always sick.
Ferris leans back, puts his hands behind his head, and turns his face to the brightened sun.
Do you realize that if I played by the rules right now, we'd be in gym?
Exterior high school playing field. A boy's gym class is doing laps. A blue Fiat pulls into shot. Interior Fiat. Jeannie's at the wheel. She sneaks a glance at the school.
I can't believe my brother's making me put myself in a position where I could get expelled. Selfish little moron. Ferris, you've overshadowed me long enough. I'm gonna get you, buddy.
She puts the car into gear and drives out of the shot. Exterior State Street. A parade is underway. Floats and politicians, marching bands, drums and bugle corps, soldiers, school kids, figure skating club in outfits and skates performing their routines on pavement. It's German American Appreciation Day. Woo! Exterior State Street float. Riding atop on a float is Ferris. He's waving to the crowd. He and half a dozen homely German American beauty queens. He's leading the girls in singing Danke Shane.
Danke Shane, darling, Danke Shane. Thank you for all the joys you bring. Every call, Central Park and fall. How you tore your dress, I confess. What a mess. That's all I know. Take it away.
And that was amazing. Exterior State Street, Sloan and Cameron, they're watching Ferris go by. They wave to him.
I love him.
Hard not to.
Cameron breaks a smile. As worried as he is about the day and getting caught, he has to admire Ferris from his lack of inhabitants. Yeah, Cameron mumbles a few words. Inhabitants.
Stop. Water. Want.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Huh?
Do you believe that you lived before?
Yeah. Sorta.
Do you ever wonder what you were?
I don't have to wonder. I know.
Sloan looks at him with amazement.
I was a tractor tire.
Exterior State Street float. Ferris is on his knees, reaching down from the float, shaking hands with people in the crowd.
Guten Tag, dude. Guten Tag.
Exterior State Street. Sloan and Cameron continue their conversation.
What were you in a previous life?
I'm not sure, but I think I know who Ferris was.
Hannibal?
From the A-Team?
No, the guy who rode the elephants into Switzerland.
Sloan laughs at herself. They step out of the crowd and head down the street in the direction of the parade's heading.
I think if he was anybody, he was Magellan. You know, the guy who went around the world.
Cameron nods.
I could see him ignoring popular belief and taking off on some impossible mission.
Yeah. As long as I've known him, everything works for him. There's nothing he can't handle. I can't handle anything. School, parents, the future. Ferris can do anything.
Exterior State Street float. Ferris is playing Twist and Shout on the accordion. The girls on the float are singing.
Let's shake it up, baby, now.
Shake it up, baby.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout.
Come on, baby, now. Come on, baby. Come on and work it on out.
Work it on out.
Exterior Street. Sloan and Cameron, they continue their conversation.
The future's worse for a boy, isn't it?
Cameron doesn't understand what she means.
A girl can always bail out and have a baby and get some guy to support her.
That's a pretty grim thought.
True, but it's an option. No options is worse.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
College?
Yeah, but to do what?
What are you interested in?
Nothing.
Me either.
They walk out for a few beats. We hear Twist and Shout growing louder and louder. The sun,
Come on, baby.
the sun is taking over all the other tunes in the band. It's infecting the entire parade.
What do you think Ferris is gonna do?
Exterior State Street Marching Band. They're playing Twist and Shout. Exterior Street Mounted Police Officer. He's singing.
You know you look so good.
Exterior Street Punks. A band of punks are dancing on the roof of a news kiosk.
Punks.
Look so good.
Exterior Street Mother and her children. A mother and her two toddlers sing along. You know you look so fine.
Look so fine.
Exterior Street Black teenager. He's wearing a shower cap and a maroon overcoat.
Come on and twist a little closer now.
Let me know you're mad. Is it my turn yet?
Yep, twist a little closer. Twist a little closer.
Twist a little closer. And let me know that you're mine.
Supposed to be hard. Know that you're mine. Know that you're mine.
All right, politicians and their wives, go.
Travis, are we supposed to?
I don't remember what comes up.
Oh, am I supposed to read this? I'm sorry. He's singing along. They're marching down the parade. They're singing in their angelic voices. Let me know your mind. Exterior, street cleaners with their brooms ready.
Oh no, you can skip down to scene 138. We already did that.
Okay. Sorry, the whole page was highlighted. I was confused. 138. Where are we?
Page 79.
I'm there, but where on page 79?
Right at
Scene
the top.
138 at the top.
The sound of the voices blends with the sound of a red-lined high-performance engine. Exterior, Calumet City. The Port of Chicago, grim, gritty waterfront. Suddenly, Cameron's father's car flies over camera like the opening shot in Star Wars. The Starship Ferrari, slow-mo. See you, I don't know what that means. Ferrari undercarriage. It travels past to reveal a beautiful blue sky, slow-mo.
Dun, 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 dun.
Parking attendant. His eyes are wide with exhilaration, mouth open, tongue out. Maniac at the wheel, slow-mo. See you, Rastaman. His eyes are closed, big smile, slow-mo. Exterior, streets, kids. They're looking up in the air, following the cars that flies over them. Broad, excited smiles. The car's shadow passes over them, slow-mo. See you, car grill. It fills the frame and stops. We move up to reveal Rooney behind the wheel of his car. Exterior, Ferris's house. Rooney gets out of his car. He looks at the house, looks up and down the street, then crosses to Ferris's house. Interior house, foyer. Rooney's at the front door. We see him peek in a window at the top of the door. The doorbell rings. Interior house, Ferris's room, computer. It acknowledges the doorbell. See you, cassette player. It clicks on. Exterior house, front porch. The house intercom activates. We hear Ferris's voice.
Who is it?
Rooney presses the intercom.
This is Ed Rooney, Ferris. I'd like to have a word with you.
I'm sorry. I can't come to the door right now. I'm very ill, and I'm afraid that in my weakened condition, I could take a nasty spill down the stairs and subject myself to further school absences.
There's a pause. Rooney presses the intercom again.
BS. Get down here.
You can reach my parents at their places of business. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your concern for my well-being. It will be remembered long after this illness is past.
His voice clicks off. Rooney presses the intercom again.
I'm not leaving until you come down here and talk to me.
Have a nice day.
Rooney presses the intercom.
I'm not leaving, Ferris.
There's no response. Rooney rings the doorbell again. The pre-recorded litany starts over.
Who is it?
Rooney doesn't realize that he's listening to a recording.
Don't get smart with me, Ferris.
I'm sorry I can't come to the door right now. I'm very ill, and I'm afraid that in my weakened condition.
Rooney leans back from the door. He can't quite figure out what's going on, but it's highly suspicious. Interior house, living room. Rooney steps through the hedges and peeks in the windows. We hear Ferris's voice inside.
You may reach my parents at their places of business. I appreciate...
Interior house. Oh, I'm so sorry. Interior house, kitchen. Rooney tries to peek in the kitchen window.
I appreciate your concern for my well-being. It will be remembered long after.
Exterior house, back door. A black rubber doggy door. The type that allows the dog to come and go as it pleases. Rooney is crouched down. He lifts the doggy door and peeks in the house. His point of view. Along the kitchen floor. Through the kitchen into the dining room. We hear a large dog growl. See you, Rooney. He's speaking to the door. He hears the dog. His face freezes.
Have a nice
Have a
day.
nice day.
Exterior house, doggy door. A Rottweiler bursts through the doggy door in a fury of gnashing teeth and foam. See you, large breasts. Tasseled pasties twirl like airplane propellers. See you, Cameron, Ferris, and Sloan. They're sitting in a booth in the garish, nearly deserted strip joint. Cameron's mouth is open in amazement. Sloan is embarrassed and revolted.
How does she do that? One goes one way, one goes the other.
She's probably schizophrenic.
Ferris, this is nauseating me, really. I'm losing respect for you by the bucket.
You don't think it's amazing that we got in?
Who wants to get in?
Cameron looks like a toddler, for Christ's sake. I'm talking about a major achievement in false identifications.
I'm not interested in watching someone jiggle their mammary glands.
Point well taken. But consider why she does it. Why she does it and you don't?
I'm not a tramp.
Maybe her life fell apart. Maybe she lost somebody. A lover, a boyfriend, a parent, a child. The kind of thing makes me a little depressed. You may think because I'm the age I am that I'm a sex maniac. Sex is all I think about. But that's not true. I'm a romantic. Think about love and matters of the heart. And SAT scores and acne aside, we worry about loneliness. It's a terrible thing. And we feel it. I feel it.
He flips his collar up, curls his lip, and effects an Elvis impression. A sappy doo-wop track fades up. The club lights go down. Cameron and Sloan disappear into darkness. Ferris stands up from the booth. He strolls slowly through the empty club as the stripper bumps and grinds in a pool of blue light.
You know, someone said the world's a stage and each must play a part. Fate had me playing in love, with you as my sweetheart. Act 1 was when we met. I loved you at first glance. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act 2. You seemed to change. You acted strange. And why? I've never known.
He climbs up on the little runway. The stripper disappears in darkness as Ferris takes over the spotlight.
Honey, you lied when you said you loved me, and I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on hearing your lies than to go on living without you. Now, the stage is bare, and I'm standing there with emptiness all around. And if you won't come back to me, then they can bring the curtain down.
Elvis fades up, the original recording. Ferris lip syncs with a big, dramatic flourish that was the King's trademark ballad sign-off.
Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Ferris drops his head, like the king would. Exterior downtown street, Cameron's car. Cameron's father is looking at the car. He's studying it. It looks terribly familiar. He leans into the open car and reaches for the glove box to see if the contents will confirm if it's his. He freezes. He looks up slowly. His point of view. The attendant and the Rasta man are glowering at him. They're holding bags of fried chicken.
You looking for something in my car?
See you, Cameron's father. He shakes his head. No.
No.
Exterior Ferris's town. Jeannie. Jeannie's standing at her car. She's staring incredulously into the distance. Her mouth's open. She's shaking her head slowly. Her point of view. Spray painted onto the town water tower in gigantic black letters. Save Ferris Bueller. See you, Jeannie. She's furious. I'm gonna microwave his nuts. Oh, sorry. Let me repeat that. I'm gonna microwave his nuts. Exterior Michigan Avenue. Afternoon traffic. Interior taxicab. Ferris, Sloan, and Cameron in the backseat of a checker. Ferris is on one window, Cameron on the other. Sloan's in the middle. Ferris is talking to the driver. Ferris, do you hear me?
Ferris.
So,
He leans forward and reads the driver's name off the city license.
so Yuri, how long have you been in America?
1 year.
And what's your overall impression?
It's very good here.
Better than Russia?
Much better here than in Russia.
Clearly, you've never been to an American high school.
Ferris sits back. He puts his arm around Sloan.
Getting late, Ferris. I have to get the car home. I know you don't care, but it means my ass.
You think I don't care?
I know you don't care.
That hurts, Cameron.
Come back, Ferris. Cameron's been a good sport.
Cameron, what did you see today?
Cameron looks at him.
You saw 4 states, a submarine, a giant heart, $75 worth of cooked pancreas, 2 of the most incredible breasts ever to come out of modern plastics, Major League Baseball, and... Are you going to check your nachos?
Cameron's staring past Ferris. He's frozen. Ferris realizes he's looking at something out the window. He turns. He freezes. His point of view. In the gridlock traffic, their cab is squeezed tight alongside another cab. In that cab is Tom. He's about a foot from Ferris. He turns and looks right into the camera. Tom's point of view. Ferris's frozen face. Ferris's point of view. Tom glances back at his paper. He pauses. He looks up, thinks, turns back to camera. Tom's point of view. Sloan is sitting where Ferris was. She's wearing sunglasses, looking bored. She turns and glances out the window, fakes a yawn. Her point of view. Tom stares at her. He's baffled. He looks away. Interior cab floor. Cameron and Ferris are on the floor, on their asses with their backs to the back of the front seat, feet up on the seat.
What's he doing?
He's looking at me and he's licking the glass and making obscene gestures with his hands.
What?
Sloan bursts out laughing.
Roast.
She licks her finger and touches Ferris's knee. She makes a sizzling sound. She collapses on the seat in hysterics. Interior Tom's cab. Tom looking at into Ferris's cab. His point of view, Sloan's bouncing up and down. See you, Tom. He can't quite figure out what's going on. He turns and slowly raises his newspaper over his face. We see on the back of the paper a small story with the headline, Community Rallies Around Sick Youth. Exterior Ferris's house, backyard dog. The Rottweiler is chewing on a shoe, tearing it apart. Exterior backyard Rooney. He's standing outside the fence. He's missing a shoe. His suit pants are torn from the crotch to the knee. His suit coat pocket is torn off. His hair's messed, and there are grass stains on his knees and elbows. He's looking in at the dog.
That's a $28 dress shoe, you worthless mutt.
His point of view, the Rottweiler leaps at camera. Exterior city street. Ferris is leading the way down Michigan Avenue. He's hustling through the crowd. He has Sloane by the hand. She's jogging to keep up. Camera's a few steps behind. He keeps bumping into people. Ferris and Sloane make the turn at Wacker Driver and disappear into the stone container building. Cameron follows, mumbling again.
Money. Tits. Please.
Exterior house front. A florist truck pulls up in the front of the house. A delivery man gets out with a huge floral arrangement. He heads up to the house. Exterior house porch. Rooney is sitting on the porch, patting a bloody knee with his handkerchief. The delivery man hops up on the steps. Rooney looks up at him. He greets Rooney cheerily.
Howdy!
He presses the doorbell. A beat, and we hear Ferris's recording.
Who is it?
The delivery man presses the intercom.
Focus on flowers. I have a delivery.
I'm sorry, but I can't come to the door right now. I'm very ill and I'm very afraid that in my weakened condition,
asshole.
I could take a nasty spill and
Hello.
subject myself to further
He's one of my students.
You can reach my parents' place of business.
What?
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your concern for my well-being. It will be remembered long after the illness has passed.
As I heard it from our mailman, he was supposedly born with only half a kidney.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. I don't know the details, but my boss has to send to Milwaukee to get more orchids. He's very popular.
Rooney is flabbergasted.
Nobody's home here?
No.
You gonna be around for a while?
I imagine so.
You want to keep an eye on these?
Rooney looks at the flowers. Then he looks at the delivery man.
It really touches me that so many people are rallying behind this guy. I guess there's hope for the human race after all.
He hands the arrangement to Rooney.
Gotta run.
He bounds off the porch and trots to the truck. Rooney looks incredulous at the arrangement. He opens the attached card.
Oh, Christ.
It's signed, "All our best for a speedy recovery. The English department, faculty and staff. Interior radio station, studio. The #1 afternoon FM rock and roll DJ is sitting behind his microphone."
I don't know who that was or what they were playing, but I apologize for it nonetheless. I have a guest with me today.
Interior studio, Ferris. He puts his headphones on. Exterior Ferris's house. Jeannie's car pulls in the driveway. We hear her car radio.
His name is Ferris Bueller.
Bueller. Ferris Bueller.
Interior car, Jeannie. She goes into shock. Her eyes blink. Her head cocks.
Sorry about that.
It's cool.
Jeannie draws back and punches out her radio. Close up, car antenna. The impact of her blow to the radio shoots the antenna in the air. Interior studio. Ferris leans forward and adjusts the microphone.
He has an incredible story.
Ferris turns to camera.
I'm going to tell a massive lie here. It's going to be very thick and very steamy. I think radio is a fascinating medium. It challenges the imagination. Unlike television, which provides the images, radio, you know this. Anyway, it's always been a dream of mine to be on the radio. I have what I consider to be an excellent broadcast voice. I practice it in the bathroom all the time. I used to play records and do introductions to them, but I never had the chance to sit behind a microphone and try it out for real. This is a 50,000 watt outlet. I'm going out to several million people, so let me just say, I'm in a very pleasant groove right now. Well, Steve, you and your listeners are probably not going to believe this, but...
Interior school, a group of kids are sitting around a blaster.
I'm the first Chicago area youth to be selected to participate in a space shuttle mission.
Interior studio, Ferris turns from the mic to camera.
I was going to say I need Springsteen's home number, and I was going to give out the number of the New Jersey State Police, but I thought it might get busted. After I flunked in my driver's ed for sideswiping a mailbox, which was not in any way, shape, or form my fault, I was putting out a cigarette, like I was told. It was weird. I'm so used to getting in a car and lighting up, because I'm not allowed to smoke at home, that I got in the driver's ed car and spaced out completely. Pulled out of the lot, lit up a burro, and Mrs. Heller looked at me like I just pulled a bunny out of my nose or something, and I realized what the hell I was doing and went to put it out and hit the mailbox. Anyway, I was so pissed off at her reaction to the whole thing that I considered running an ad in the Sleeves magazine for a school teacher that does phone sex, and I was going to use Mrs. Heller's home number, but it cost too much. I took it again and passed. But I had to work at Burger King to get the cash to pay for the driver's ed car. The car got fixed in the auto shop for nothing, and I think Rooney pocketed the cash, but I can't prove it. I'm in high school, remember?
He turns back to the DJ.
How'd you get picked for this?
It's kind of a story, but I've been doing a lot of programming for NASA.
Interior school hallway. An even larger group of kids are listening to the blaster. They're cheering him on. Exterior Ferris's house backyard. The Rottweiler is laying unconscious on the lawn. The flower arrangement is scattered all over the yard in the ceramic vase. The flowers were in his obviously struck the dog. The broken pieces are all around the dog's head. Exterior Ferris's house backyard. Rooney. He's smiling with great satisfaction.
Sleep tight, Pooch.
He hears something in the house. His head snaps around. He drops down and peeks in the window. His point of view, a glimpse of a fleeting figure. Close up Rooney, his eyes dance in anticipation of revenge. Interior Ferris's house. Jeannie kicks the door open. The yardstick flings the covers and the pillows beneath them in the air. She stomps in and turns off the snoring synthesizer.
I knew it!
She grabs the phone and sits down. She dials a number. Exterior house front. Rooney sneaks around the side of the house. He slinks up on the porch. The front door's open. He peeks in. Interior Ferris's house. Jeannie's on the phone.
Is Mrs. Bueller there? Where is she? This is her daughter. Do you know where she is? Do you know when she'll be back? Do you know anything?
She slams the phone down.
The worm has luck like clams have body odor.
She's startled by a noise downstairs. A smile spreads across her face. He's back, and she's going to nail him. Interior house, foyer. Rooney sneaks into the house. He looks around the foyer and heads into the kitchen. Interior house, upstairs, hallway. Jeannie tiptoes down the stairs. Interior house, kitchen. Rooney sneaks through the kitchen into the den. Interior house, foyer. Jeannie comes down the stairs into the foyer. Interior house, kitchen. Rooney comes out of the den, back into the kitchen. He crosses back towards the foyer. Interior foyer. Jeannie sneaks into the kitchen. Interior kitchen. Jeannie and Rooney come face to face. Jeannie squeals in horror. She doesn't recognize Rooney as himself, but as an intruder. She drops into a karate stance and kicks Rooney in the face. He hits the desk. Deck. She flees back up the stairs. Interior car. Boyd is sitting in the back seat of Joyce's car listening to the radio.
My input on the Star Wars defense plan was pretty substantial, so I guess this is their way of rewarding me. I'm pretty flattered.
Exterior car. Joyce and her clients leave a show house and head toward the car. Interior car. Boyd looks out the window as his parents and Joyce appear.
You stay around and take a few phone calls.
I'd really like to, but I have a kidney operation in about an hour.
Exterior car. Joyce and her clients take one last look at the house.
If you're willing to commit a little time and a little money to this place, you can really have something to be proud of. Don't let the black living room throw you off.
She opens the car door. Interior car. The door opens.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Steve.
A very interesting guy, Ferris Bueller.
Joyce gets in. The clients get in the other side. A song starts.
Well, Boyd, how are you bearing up?
The kid stares at her.
Did I tell you I have a son your age?
Vice.
His name is Ferris. I think you'd like him.
Boyd sits up in the seat at the mention of Ferris's name.
Is he going up in the space shuttle in September?
Joyce looks around at Boyd. She gives him a curious look.
Not that I know of.
I knew he was bullshitting.
What?
Watch your
You're
mouth.
no.
That was highlighted.
How do you watch your mouth?
You know my son?
Don't pay any attention to him. He thinks he's cute to bait adults.
I don't think it's cute. I think it's fun.
Joyce gives him a puzzled smile and starts the car. Interior Ferris is home. Jeannie's on the phone. She's in a panic.
This is not a funny phone call. There's an intruder, male Caucasian, possibly armed, certainly weird, in our kitchen. My name is Bueller.
There's another pause. Jeannie's face drops.
It's real nice that you hope my brother's feeling better, but I'm in danger, okay? I'm very cute, I'm very alone, and I'm very protective of my body. I'd rather not have it violated or killed. I need help.
Interior kitchen. Rooney's plugging his bloody nose with paper towel. The intercom goes on.
Excuse me? If whoever's in the house is still in the house, I'd like you to know that I have just called the police. If you have any brains whatsoever, you'll get your ass out of my house real quick.
Rooney stiffens up with fear.
I'd also like to add that I have my father's gun and a scorching case of herpes.
Exterior street. Rooney's car is hooked to a tow truck. It's parked in front of a fire hydrant, and the windshield is decorated with parking citations. In the distance, sirens wail. Exterior parking lot. The three are waiting for the Ferrari. We hear tires squealing and engine revving out. Then the Ferrari pulls down the ramp and jams to a frightening stop. A tough guy jumps out. Ferris hands him a parking stub.
Well, Ferris, what you gonna fucking do about it?
Just out of curiosity, what was your top speed coming down the ramp?
About 60.
Stunning.
He hands him a buck. It opens the door and pulls the passenger seat forward for Cameron.
This is probably the last time you'll have to ride back here. Keep that in mind.
Cameron gives him a look and squeezes in. Exterior downtown street. The Ferrari cruises through traffic. Interior Ferrari. Sloane's in the passenger seat. Ferris is driving and Cameron is crammed in the back.
What's next?
Nothing. We returned the car.
Well, we could go to my house. My parents aren't coming home until late.
We have enough cash left for a quick flight to Poirier and back.
Very funny.
Ferris looks in the mirror and changes lanes. He glances down at the speedometer, then to the road, and back to the speedometer.
Cameron, how many miles did you say this thing had when we left?
126 and halfway between 3 and 4/10. Why? How many miles are on it now?
He glances down at the speedometer. Close-up speedometer. The odometer reads 432.7.
Here's where Cameron goes berserk.
Exterior traffic. The Ferrari pulls up at a stoplight. We hear a thundering, muffled scream. Exterior expressway. Ferrari is buzzing through traffic. Interior Ferrari. Slow turns in her seat. Looks at Cameron. Her gesture is one of genuine support.
You okay?
Close-up Cameron. His eyes are frozen in a mindless, vacant stare. Close-up Ferris. He looks at Sloane. He's concerned.
Hey, Cameron, it's okay. We'll fix it.
Close-up Cameron. He's still holding the stare. He starts to breathe heavily. He's trembling. Close-up Sloane. She whips around in the seat and grabs his arms.
Cameron? Cut it out. What's wrong? Ferris!
Close-up Ferris. He shoots Sloane a look.
Cameron, are you okay? It's no problem, really. Your old man won't know a thing. It's completely fixable.
Interior Ferrari. Sloane fires an angry look at Ferris.
Shut up! It is a problem. For him, it's a problem. Nothing's a problem for you, but it's a problem for him. So just shut up!
She turns back to Cameron.
What can I do, Cameron?
Close-up Ferris. Eyes front. He knows what he's doing. Interior Ferris house, foyer, the doorbell rings. The Ferris tape is activated.
Who is it?
We hear a male voice over the intercom. Anybody home?
I'm sorry. I can't come to the door right now.
The tape continues as Jeannie hurtles down the stairs.
I'm saved! Thank you, God! Thank you, thank you, thank you!
She jumps the last few stairs and slides to the front door. She whips it open. Exterior house, front door, the door swings open.
Thank you!
Her jaws go slack. She blinks her eyes. Her point of view? The delivery man and a young assistant are standing at the door with the floral arrangements. Spread all around them are more flowers. A sexy singing nurse and a balloon man steps up on the porch.
We heard that you were feeling ill, headache, fever, and a chill. I came to restore your pluck because I'm the nurse who likes to.
Open the door! It slams it. The door slams shut. Exterior neighborhood street. Rooney's walking down the street. A school bus is crawling alongside him as kids hang out the windows. From inside, we hear shouting at 17 different songs playing on blasters. A top 40 montage.
Hey, Mr. Rooney, what are you doing?
Rooney doesn't respond.
You get in a fight?
Oh, sorry. Rooney keeps walking. The bus door opens. The driver calls out to him. You want a lift? Rooney takes a few more steps. He stops. The bus stops. Rooney takes a deep breath. He climbs aboard the bus. Interior bus. The bus is jammed with wonks and winerettes. The passengers are silent as they watch Rooney shuffle down the aisle and take an empty seat next to a skinny, myopic girl. Close-up girl. She looks at Rooney and smiles. She pushes her Coke bottle glasses up on her nose. Close-up Rooney. He looks vacantly at her. Close-up girl. She holds her smile.
I bet you never smelled a real school bus before.
Close-up Rooney. He stares at her. Close-up girl. She holds up a candy package.
Gummy bear?
Close-up Rooney. He stares at her. Close-up girl. She puts one in her mouth.
They've been in my pocket. They're real soft and warm.
Close-up boy. A rotund freshman boy sitting across from Rooney is staring at him. Close-up Rooney. He looks across to the kid. Close-up boy. He leans forward.
It's kind of like being in the belly of a beast, isn't it?
Close-up Rooney. He turns his eyes to the front. The bus jerks forward and pulls away. Exterior bus. It grinds through the gears as it heads down the quiet street. The blasters go back on. The shouting resumes. Exterior park. Cameron's laying on a picnic table. Sloane's sitting beside him on the table. She's stroking his hair. Ferris walks into the foreground. He addresses camera.
This may very well be real. I think Cameron may have blown a microchip or two. He's always been a little keyed up. All I want to do is give him a good day. We're going to graduate in a couple of months. Then we have the summer. He'll work, and I'll work. And we'll see each other at night and on the weekends, but then we'll go to one school and I'll go to another. Basically, that'll be it. As much as we like each other, the process of growing up will separate us.
He begins to walk. We follow him.
Sloane's a bigger problem. She still has another year of high school. How do I deal with that? I was serious when I said I'd marry her. I would. This isn't just teenage infatuation. That's what my parents call it. Why do they call what they have? If that's love, I'll take infatuation.
Close up Cameron. His eyes are closed. Sloane stroking his hair.
Cameron's never been in love. At least, no one's ever been in love with him. He's gonna marry the first girl he lays, and she's gonna treat him like shit. Because he's gonna kiss her ass for giving him what he's built up in his mind as the end-all, be-all of human existence. She won't respect him. But you can't respect someone who kisses your ass. It just doesn't work.
Close up Sloane. She's studying Cameron's face. She looks away.
Ferris?
Close up Ferris. He looks to the picnic table, then back to camera.
I'm being tested here.
He starts back to the picnic table.
My best friend is flipped out. Conventional wisdom would suggest a visit to the nearest trauma center. I wouldn't fault anybody for doing that. Me personally, I think this calls for something new, something bold, something wet and wild.
Close-up jacuzzi jet. Underwater shot. A hydrojet spews a gush of air bubbles. Close-up blaster. A finger pushes the play button on the cassette. Music comes up. Close-up beer can lid. The finger pops a beer. Close-up Oreo package. A painted fingernail pierces the cellophane wrapper. Interior jacuzzi. Ferris and Sloan are in Sloan's parents' jacuzzi. Their clothes are tossed around the deck. Cameron's been placed in a patio chair at the edge of the jacuzzi. He's still catatonic. He is mumbling softly. Ferris is drinking a beer. Sloan's eating Oreos.
You feeling any better, Cameron?
Water's really nice. I wish you'd come in.
Close-up Cameron, staring into space.
Surgery. Fire. Move.
Close-up Sloan and Ferris. They look at each other. She offers him a cookie. He offers her his beer.
Cameron, do you think this is because of your car, or is it a combination of everything shitty in your life?
Close-up Cameron. He doesn't respond.
Music. Kiss. Attack.
Close-up Sloan and Ferris. Sloan sips the beer.
You can't just deal with any more shit? The car you took into the red zone? Time for a reality check?
Cameron, I can flip real easy too. There's nothing wrong with it, at least time or another. Everybody goes to the zoo.
Maybe he was actually sick. Maybe he wasn't bullshitting himself.
Close-up Cameron. No response.
Gesundheit. God. Mercy.
Exterior backyard. Ferris and Sloan watch their catatonic friend. Close-up Cameron. He smiles. Close-up Sloan. She leans forward and stares at Cameron. Close-up Ferris. He cocks his head, wondering what Cameron's up to. Close-up Cameron. He keels over forward. Exterior backyard. Cameron falls out of the chair and splashes down, face first, into the water. Sloan screams. Ferris leaps for him. Underwater, Ferris struggles with Cameron's lifeless bulk. Close-up Sloan. She's screaming. Ferris thrashes around in the water. Underwater, Ferris grabs Cameron's collar and rips him out of the water. Exterior backyard. Ferris sits Cameron on the edge of the jacuzzi.
Cameron?
Close-up Cameron. His eyes are closed. He's lifeless. Close-up Ferris. His face is a mask of terror. He shakes Cameron. Close-up Sloan. She's screaming. Close-up Cameron. A smile spreads across his face. Close-up Ferris. He sees a smile. He stops shaking Cameron. Exterior jacuzzi. Ferris and Cameron are looking at each other. Sloan's still screaming. She realizes that Cameron's okay. She stops screaming.
Ferris Bueller, you're my hero.
What?
You were kidding? You asshole!
Cameron smiling.
What?
Oh, sorry. Ferris starts to laugh. Cameron explodes with laughter. Sloan's bewildered.
What's so funny?
Interior police station waiting room. Jeannie is sitting on a wooden bench with a wasted teenage boy in a Triumph t-shirt, long hair, torn jeans, creepers, studs, and chains. He's studying her.
Drugs?
No, thank you. I'm straight.
I mean, are you here for drugs?
Jeannie stares at him.
Why are you here?
Drugs.
I don't know why I'm here.
Then why don't you go home?
Why don't you put your thumb up your butt? Wait, why don't you put your thumb up your butt?
The boy stares at her.
You want to talk about your problem?
With you? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Blow yourself.
Jeannie turns away. The boy crosses his legs. Jeannie looks back at him.
Do you really want to know what's wrong?
The boy shrugs.
All right. If you got the time, I got the troubles. In a nutshell, I hate my brother. How's that?
That's cool. Do you shoot him more or something?
No, not yet.
The boy nods. He understands the emotion.
I went home to confirm that the shithead was ditching school, and a guy broke into the house, and I called the cops, and they picked me up for making a phony phone call.
What do you care if your brother ditches school?
Jeannie stares at the boy.
Why should he get to ditch school when everybody else has to go?
You could ditch.
I'd get caught.
So you're pissed at him because he ditches and doesn't get caught.
Basically.
The boy nods knowingly.
Then your problem is you.
Excuse me?
Excuse you. You ought to spend a little more time dealing with yourself, a little bit less time worrying about what your brother does. It's just an opinion.
Jeannie stares angrily at him, partly because he's so bold and partly because he's so right.
There's somebody you should talk to.
Jeannie stares at him threateningly.
You say Ferris Bueller, you lose a testicle.
You know him?
Close up Jeannie's hand. It curls into a fist. Close up Ferrari tire. It's spinning rapidly. Accelerator. Bricks resting on the accelerator holding it down. Interior, Cameron's garage. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloan are sitting in the garage. The Ferrari is jacked up. The wheels are turning. The engine's racing.
The whole time, I was just thinking things over. I was like meditating. I was thinking about the future, and I realized it doesn't make a difference if the present goes to shit.
I have to agree with you there.
Really?
I've been thinking all day that if you could only have the use of one word, what would it be?
Sloan is naked before your eyes and you're thinking about words?
God bless you, Cameron.
Thank you, Sloan. If you guys only had one word, what would it be?
I can't believe you gave up something like that with a naked girl in a jacuzzi right in front of you.
Come on, Ferris. Answer his question.
Bathroom.
I'd say
She thinks.
Cash.
Only word you could ever use.
Hello.
love.
And what is you loathe somebody? Are you going to say love every time you see them?
Better than hello.
Hello's generic.
You want to be generic.
It's help.
Cameron smiles at his wisdom. Ferris and Sloan think about it. It's a good choice. Cameron gets up and walks to the Ferrari.
The word is help.
Cameron peeks in the window. Close-up odometer. Nothing's happening. Interior garage. Cameron pulls his head out of the car.
Ferris, it's not working.
Ferris looks up.
The miles aren't coming off. Running it in reverse?
I thought that might be a problem. Let's crack open the odometer and roll it back by hand.
Cameron shakes his head.
I got a better idea. It's cool.
He walks back around behind the Ferrari.
17 years and I've never taken a stand. Now, I'm going to do it. I'm taking a stand against my father, against my family, against myself, against my past, my present, and my future. I will not sit idly by as events that affect me unfold to change the course of my life. I will take a stand and I will defend it. When my father comes home tonight, he's finally going to have to deal with me. Good or bad, I'm taking a stand.
Close up Ferris. He turns to camera.
This is a big U2 fan.
Close up Sloan. She smiles proudly at Cameron. She applauds him. Close up Cameron. He is serious and determined. He has made up his mind, and it appears that it won't be changed by anyone but himself.
Close up tires. It's spinning wildly. Close up Mercedes. Or should that be Corvette bumper? Cameron's foot rests on the bumper. A beat, and it gives a mighty shove. Close up tire. The spinning tires slam down on the cement. Interior garage. Cameron has kicked the Ferrari off the jack. It squeals off of the garage and into a cloud of blue tire smoke. A $50,000 unmanned investment heading backwards down a driveway through the glass window of the garage and out the window into the forest. Close up Sloan and Ferris. They're in shock. Exterior house. The Ferrari is landed into the bushes. Interior garage. Cameron watches the car go. He's strangely placid about the impending disaster. Ferris and Sloan are bewildered. Their point of view, the Ferrari travels down the driveway, across the street, over the curb, into the wooden property opposite the house. Not really, because I already established the other thing. Close up of the tree, everyone standing on the parapet of the garage, looking down upon the wreckage of the Corvette. Interior garage. Ferris and Sloan exchange baffled looks. They look back at Cameron. He's proud and bold.
What was that about?
Has to be a dream.
Cameron, one quick question. Why'd you do that?
Cameron holds his proud posture for a beat. Then a look of bewilderment comes over his face. He shoots a look to Ferris. A puzzled look.
You trashed the car.
Cameron looks down upon the wreckage.
Why?
I took a stand.
Nope, Cameron. You wrecked a car.
Cameron thinks for a moment. Then he regains his confidence.
It's okay.
Ferris looks out at the car wrecked below them.
I have an idea, if you're interested.
Cameron looks at him and shakes his head.
I'm gonna handle it.
I think this could work.
No thanks. I want to deal with it by myself.
What about your one word?
You already did it. If I need it again, I'll use it.
He smiles. He raises an impish eyebrow.
It's cool. I'm loose.
Interior police station office. Joyce is talking with the juvenile officer. Outside the office, on the bench, we see Jeannie and the boy making out. Girl.
She's never been in trouble before. This is a shock to me. First, I don't know why she wasn't at school. Second, I don't know why she'd call you with this story about a rapist.
However, for whatever reason she did it, I think she had a good scare.
I hope so. I appreciate your calling me. I can assure you that her father and I will have a long talk with her.
She gathers her purse and jacket and stands.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, I hope your son's feeling better.
Joyce looks at the officer curiously.
Tell him all the guys at the station are pulling for him.
Sorry, the cat's getting into something. Interior police station waiting room. Jeannie quickly breaks the embrace with the boy as Joyce steps out of the juvenile officer's room. She's still a little bewildered that everybody knows Ferris was ill. What? Jeannie wipes her lips and sits up straight. The boy adjusts his pants to better hide his passion.
Keep this to yourself. I think we can probably get it on pretty good.
For sure.
Jeannie stands up.
Hi.
Don't hi me, young lady. Get your stuff.
Oh, I thought I was talking to him.
Jeannie reaches down for her purse.
What's your name?
Dean, what's yours?
Guards Volback.
Exterior, Sloane's backyard. Sloane and Ferris are standing back at the fence.
Had a great time today.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You think Cameron's gonna be alright?
Sure. He had to do it, I guess. His old man had it coming. He'll be okay. I'd be worried if he'd take my idea.
Sloane smiles knowingly.
You didn't have an idea, did you?
Not a glimmer.
You're so smart.
No, I'm just real loose.
He kisses her.
I'll call you tonight.
Sloane nods. Ferris jumps the fence and takes off across the backyard. Sloane watches him go. A huge smile spreads across her face.
I love you!
She backs away from the fence. Music fades up.
He's gonna marry me. I know it.
She turns and runs into the house. Exterior backyard. Ferris sprints across the backyard. He jumps a plaster elf. Another backyard. Ferris Vaults a fence. He runs directly for a swimming pool. He's approaching it from the side. He leaps. He hits the diving board, springs off and does a flip and lands on the grass on the other side of the pool. Close up, bedspread, neatly bundles stacks of bills and rolled in coins. A significant amount of cash. Close up, Sloane. She's writing. Close up, a piece of paper. We see a portion of typewritten letter as she signs it. Oh, I should read that part. In the amount of $1,765.33, it gives us great pleasure to assist you in the performance of your worthy, much-needed survives to those who desperately in need. Sincerely, Sloane Peterson, Executive Director of the Ferris Bueller Foundation. Exterior, Ferris's street. He's running down the middle of the street. Car honks. Ferris moves to the side. The car pulls to the side. Interior car. Oh, look, it's Tom at the wheel. He glances in the mirror. He does a double take. What? Is that my son? His POV mirror. We see Ferris cut across the lawn into a house. Tom. He realizes it couldn't be Ferris. What? I'm crazy. Interior house. Ferris runs through the kitchen. Past a woman fixing dinner. Out of the back door, the woman looks up curiously. Out the back door, goes, oh, this house smells delicious. People are like, who's that? Exterior house, back porch. Ferris tries the door. It's locked. He reaches down, lifts the doormat. Close up porch, the outline of a key in the dirt under a mat. The key's gone. The toe of a chewed up dress shoe steps into frame. An ominous chord is struck. Close up of Ferris. He stares up in horror. His point of view. Rooney's looking down at him. He's holding the house key. Ferris stands up. He smiles.
Looking for this?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
I got you, Ferris. This time I finally got you.
Shit. Ferris is caught. There's no way out. Rooney gloats severely.
How does another year of high school sit with you?
Suddenly, the back door opens. Jeannie looks out. She feigns joy and relief. She rushes Ferris and hugs him.
Thank God you're all right. We've been worried sick.
Close up of Ferris. A moment of curiosity. Then it dawns on him what's happening. He smiles. Close up on Rooney. His eyes start from Ferris to Jeannie to Ferris. His victory is evaporating. Exterior porch. Jeannie breaks the embrace.
Thank you for bringing him home, Mr. Rooney. You better get up in bed tight now.
Ferris limps into the house.
Can you imagine someone as sick as Ferris trying to walk home from the hospital? Kids.
Oh, and you left your wallet in the kitchen. Close up of Rooney. He's dumbfounded. Close up of Jeannie. She raises her hands and strikes a karate pose. A huge smile passes over her face. Close up of Rooney. A look of terror as he realizes that it was Jeannie who kicked him, and that Jeannie knows it was she who she kicked. Exterior porch. Jeannie steps into the house. Interior house. The door closes on Rooney's defeated, lost, dejected, bewildered face. Not only has he lost Ferris again, he has Jeannie to deal with the next year. Exterior yard. Close up. Dog. The click of the door wakes him up. His head pops off the grass. Close up Rooney. He senses new danger. We hear an off-screen growl. Roar! Rooney squeezes his eyes shut. Interior kitchen. Kimberly and Todd, the enigmatic, non-existent brothers and sisters, are sitting at the kitchen table watching TV and eating cereal. They look up at Ferris as he comes from the outside.
Ferris? Does my head look like it's getting bigger? Like,
no, but
Ferris leans against the counter and he tries to catch his breath. He looks at his little brother.
No, but Kimberly says.
Dick. He crosses to the refrigerator and opens it. Kimberly feels her head.
Curious?
I think so.
Oh, shit!
Ferris takes out the bottle of orange juice out of the refrigerator and drinks it straight from the bottle. Really? Jeannie comes in.
Thanks, Jeannie.
No problem.
By the way, I borrowed some cash from you. I'll pay you back.
You don't have to.
I want to.
You don't have to. I've been ripping off your wallet for years.
Ferris gives her a proud smile. Exterior house. Joyce and Tom head up to the kitchen. Interior kitchen. Ferris and Jeannie exit the kitchen as Joyce and Tom enter.
Hi, guys.
My head's swelling up.
Interior house foyer. The foyer is jammed with floral arrangements, plants, and gifts. Ferris and Jeannie step gingerly through the flowers and head upstairs.
I'm sorry I've been riding your buns for so long.
Ferris? Was that Ferris?
Bueller.
Riding your buns for so long.
Ferris.
To draw you like one of our French girls?
I'm in bed already. Shh.
Ferris continues up the stairs. He affects a sickly voice.
Upstairs, Mom.
Interior second floor landing. Ferris and Jeannie stop.
Do you know a guy named Garth Volbeck?
Vaguely.
Is he cool?
He's cool, but stay away from his brother.
Ferris walks into the room, brushes the crumbs off his hands and peels off his shirt, climbs into bed. No sooner are the covers over him than the bedroom door opens and Joyce and Tom walk in. They walk over to the bed and Joyce sits down, the ever-loving mother.
Honey? Honey?
Close up of Ferris, the same deathly face he had in the morning, tongue out, eyes bulging.
Ferris, how do you feel?
150% better, thank you. I'm much
Through your
better.
bedroom, Tom and Joyce hover over him with deep, deep concern.
I'm much better, really. Please, don't make me stay home again. I want to go to school. I'm graduating in June, and I...
Ferris, you're sick. There's no point pushing yourself and making it worse.
Maybe you're right, Dad.
I know I'm right.
Joyce leans over and kisses him ever so tenderly on the forehead.
How did you get so sweet?
Years of practice.
Tom pats Ferris on the rump. He and Joyce exit. Close up of Ferris, the hideous face, upbeat, and we hear the bedroom door close. Ferris looks at the camera.
Yeah, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and take a look once in a while, you could miss it.
He rolls over on his back and puts his hand behind his head.
You gotta get one.
He smiles, music up, big, end titles, the end. Oh my god, that was so much fun, guys.
Chicka chicka! Oh,
Michael!
Bow, bow.
Bow, bow.
Michael, what?
I was just saying that.
Oh,
Wait, Michael, was that Michael?
you're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
I wish I had my bathrobe next to me.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching our really weird and crazy reading of Ferris Bueller. I know it was weird having different people playing different things, but it's all part of the fun. We all get to play our favorite people. Thank you again for watching and have a lovely night.